What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. And today, Champions League action, the last game of the Champions League group stage. Girona against Arsenal. Should be a very laid-back, stress-free night, hopefully. Although some of the Arsenal stress has probably started before the game's even started, people. And we are going to talk transfers. But big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Get the likes up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And it's going to be an interesting game, especially when we talk about the lineup. And also, obviously, Girona's lineup as well. But there's only going to be one place to start. And it is going to be transfers. And it is going to be surrounding Ollie Watkins, people, which is the big news that has come out today. Matthis Tel as well. I put out a video earlier on for that. But we are going to talk, obviously, about Ollie Watkins and the whole sort of situation. Just quickly, before we do talk about Ollie Watkins, though, the Arsenal lineup tonight, people, is very interesting. Neto makes his debut in goal, which is very interesting. Back four, Thomas Partey at right back. Kivior and Gabriel at centre-back. I thought you couldn't play two left-footed centre-backs. And then Calafiori at left-back. So a lot of changes there. The Arsenal midfield, Jorginho, Marino and Odegaard. I mean, I really hope this Girona team is not very good because the double pivot of Jorginho and Marino is very stinky. Odegaard as captain again tonight, people. Even though I really enjoyed Gabriel leading the team. And then Nwaneri, Raheem Sterling, and Leandro Trossard, according to TNT Sports. Trossard is up front. Raheem Sterling on the left with Ethan Nwaneri on the right. Obviously, Girona are out of the Champions League. They can't qualify. They've obviously been knocked out already. They've made changes. They've played 7 games and lost 6 and won 1, -7 goal difference. They've only scored 4 in 7 games and conceded 11. They've made changes tonight. Few recognisable faces from the Premier League. They've got Donny van der Beek, who played for Manchester United. Danjuma, who had a loan spell, I think, at Everton. Gazinga, I believe he played for Tottenham. So there's a few players there. Daley Blint's not in the squad. But Van der Beek's on the bench. They've rotated as well. They cannot qualify. So even with that crazy Arsenal lineup, we should be winning the game tonight. I'll be totally honest. Arsenal bench, Setford, Porter, Timber, Zinchenko, Skelly, Tierney, Saliba, Rice, Martinelli, Havertz, Butler, and Salah Adine, people. So Havertz rested, Rice, Saliba, all these guys. Timber gets a rest at last. No David Raya, hasn't even travelled apparently. So he gets a rest. It would have been interesting if they would have... I'm really surprised that some of the players have even travelled. You would have thought maybe Timber gets a complete rest and doesn't try. I wish it was Mo Salah on the bench, but Salah Adine, the youngster. Sensing a draw. Well, even a draw should qualify us, to be honest. But with this whole seeding thing, I think the higher you finish in the group, the better it works out with the draw and so on and so forth. We're going to try and do a bit of a split screen thing tonight, people, because Manchester City, by the way, if they don't win, they are out of the Champions League. They don't even go into the playoff system. Manchester City will be out if they don't win or they're out. Draw or defeat knocks them out. They have got Club Brugge. You would expect them to win, but Club Brugge are on a pretty good run at the moment in all competitions. Right, let's get into it. We'll come back to the game later on. The game kicks off at 8 o'clock. All the other games as well. So feel free to give me goal updates in the chat tonight, people. Real Madrid, Aston Villa play against Celtic. There are a lot of big games tonight. A lot of things that can happen. PSG struggling to qualify as well. They could go out. Sporting Lisbon could go out with Victor Gyökeres as well. So let's see what happens. But let's go into the headline news, people. Ollie Watkins. Very, very interesting news, and I want to know your thoughts. I'm going to give you my thoughts. We're going to break it down, and we're going to see what we think will or will not happen. So let's talk about Ollie Watkins, people. Breaking news came out about an hour and a half ago. The secret scout was the first one to break it, so fair play to him. Fabrizio went one step further and said Aston Villa have rejected today an official bid from Arsenal for Ollie Watkins. The proposal is around £60 million. It was turned down, and Villa are not happy with the timing of the bid ahead of a crucial Champions League game. They're obviously playing against Celtic tonight, Battle of Britain, very big game, and they are very disappointed that Arsenal have made an offer for him on the day of a key game, which obviously, from a Villa point of view, they're going to think that that's going to unsettle him and it's going to take his focus off the game against Celtic. And Ollie Watkins does start tonight for Aston Villa, and Duran is on the bench. Now, let's break this down into sections. The second part as well that came out a little bit later is that Al Nassr are on the verge of reaching a verbal agreement with Aston Villa for John Duran for €75 million with add-ons. They've agreed a deal to sign Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen. They've stalled that deal because Duran is their top target. They're close to agreeing a deal to sign him. Now, I'm going to be honest, and you might not all like what I'm about to say because it might sound a little bit sinister again. And some people will be thinking, well, they've made an offer and, he's still complaining. Let me tell you one thing. Whether you are an Ollie Watkins fan or not, I personally think Ollie Watkins is a good player. I don't think he's a great player. I've said that many times before. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a great player. Arsenal Football Club, in my opinion, have made a little bit of a fool of themselves today with what has happened. Now, they could end up signing him in the next 4 or 5 days, and I could be totally wrong and saying, you know what, fair play, they unsettled him and they got him. I think they've been stupid. I think they've been stupid, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't think they'll get him. So whether you think Ollie Watkins is the right player or he can come here and score goals for us, listen, let me get one thing clear. Ross, you're right. I always used to say you wouldn't let Ollie Watkins date your daughter. He'd run off if they got into problems. But, I always said Ollie Watkins, he's not a dog. But listen, let me make one thing abundantly clear. 19 goals, 13 assists last season in the Premier League. 32 goal contributions in 38 games is not something that you can look at and just go, well, I'm not interested in that. He's better than anything we've got up front at the moment, right? So if we did sign him, even if I'm not the biggest fan of him, he upgrades us straight away. However, in my opinion, this is nothing but Thomas Lemar from back in the day. It's nothing but Caicedo. It's nothing but everybody calm down. At least we tried to sign somebody. And I'm sorry. It may be sinister. It may be the PTSD from back in the day of being an Arsenal fan. But history tells you we've been here before. History tells you we've been here before. If this said on the screen, Arsenal have made a £60 million bid for Ollie Watkins and it's been accepted, I would be having a very different conversation, even though he wouldn't be at the top of my list. I'd be having a different conversation. I'd be sitting here going, it's not who I would have gone for, but he's better than anything we've got. And he got 32 goal contributions last season. But the fact you've gone for Ollie Watkins and you've had the bid rejected. And let's be totally honest, people. And I always say this because sometimes people put things in the comments like, oh, but Arteta's, he's the manager. He knows more than you do. Listen, you do not need to be a rocket scientist to understand Aston Villa are playing Celtic tonight. Big game. If they win, they can get top 8. If they lose or draw, they may not get top 8. That is a huge game. They will be in the hotel. They're focusing on a massive game. Arsenal rock up and go, how about selling us Ollie Watkins for 60 million on the game day? Now, Where do you think that is going to help your negotiations with Aston Villa? Do you remember when offered 40 million and a pound for Luis Suarez? We thought we knew something about his release clause, and they laughed at us and told us to get out of it. We didn't make the second offer. We didn't get him, did we? We'd have won the title with Luis Suarez. We didn't. We embarrassed ourselves publicly. Remember the whole, we've offered 90 million for Thomas Lemar thing? What? Monaco, who were selling players left, right and centre. Bernardo Silva, Benjamin Mendy, Kylian Mbappe, Bakayoko. Everyone who went in for a Monaco player, they signed that player. We offered more than any of them for Lemar and we didn't get him. I'm sorry, it's a PR stunt and I'm not buying into it. Fool me once, people, but not again. I tell you what's going to happen here. John Duran's going to go to Saudi for the bag. And they're going to keep Ollie Watkins. They're not going to sell both their strikers when they're in the Champions League. So, I'm sorry, people. Hey, guys, be excited. No, I'm sorry. I'm not excited. I'm not. And let's also break it down, people. If Arsenal have got £60 million, Sky Sports, everybody's saying that Arsenal are going to go back with a second bid, which means the bid is going to improve. They've offered 60. The next one probably be 65, 70. If you've got 65 or 70 million pounds to spend in January, I expect you to buy a striker in this window. If Ollie Watkins doesn't sign for Arsenal, take that 60, 70 million and go and buy Osimhen. Go and buy Gyökeres. If you're so obsessed with Sesko, go and buy Sesko. But don't give us the whole we bid for somebody, see, we tried to get them, but we couldn't get anyone. Oh, we tried to get Caicedo, but here's Jorginho. Oh, we tried to get Nico Williams, but here's Raheem Sterling on loan. Oh, we tried to get Luis Suarez, but here's Danny Welbeck. No. They think that this offer is going to send us all into hysterics. We're going to get all giddy and excited and go, oh my God, we're ambitious and we're making offers. Sign him or don't waste your time. Read the room. They've got a big game. You've made an offer on the day of the game, and now you've unsettled them. And if they lose and he plays badly tonight, they're going to hate us even more. Let's ask the other question. If Duran, if they're going to accept, let's have a look at this. If they're about to accept 75 million euros, 75 million euros is 62.7 million pounds. So why not buy Duran for 62 million quid? Because they're going to accept that. But we've offered, I don't know, people. The we tried thing, not interested. You're meant to be one of the biggest football clubs in Europe. If you can't get Ollie Watkins, buy somebody else and handle it properly. Jason Ato today, mate. You've shown everybody in world football that you're not up to that job of sporting director. Sack him and get a proper sporting director. Get rid of him. PR merchants, again. Stupid business. This is not how big clubs do business, people. You do things properly when you sign in big players from clubs. Whatever we think of Ollie Watkins, he's probably on paper Villa's best player. I think he's their vice captain as well. You don't turn up on the day of a game and make an offer for the guy when he's got a massive game. You let him get through the game tonight, calm down, you make the offer tomorrow. What the hell? I'm sorry, people. Embarrassing. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Jason ain't it. It's not a coincidence since David Dean left. We ain't been the same since. Yep. Ivan Gazidis, poor sporting director. Edu, learning on the job. And now this guy. Let me hear the other side, though. Lottery said, Curtis, I respectfully disagree with you. You wanted us to move like a big club, and we did. Who cares who Aston Villa is playing and when? Now I don't think we'll get him either, but only because we will be overpriced. But let me just... listen, you know me, people. This, you can have different opinion. You said your thing, what you've said there is you wanted us to move like a big club, and we did. Making a big offer for a player is not... That doesn't mean you're a big club. It's how you make the offer. Everything is about timing, right? the timing of the offer, the size of the offer. Is it going to be accepted? And it isn't. Saying, oh, we made an offer for Watkins ain't going to solve our problems moving forward for the rest of the season, is it? It's just going to be another story that we talk about. Oh, you remember in 2025 when we tried to sign Watkins? It's just one of them. No, what's going on here? I need to show you. Can't see. Yeah, it's just another one of them, people. It's not. It doesn't do anything for us that we made an offer for Ollie Watkins. So for me, yeah, it's Window Shopper FC. It's Window Shopper FC. It's not big club movements. That ain't big club. That's amateur hour, my friend. It's an opening offer, and that's a fair point. It's an opening offer. You know, you start there and you hope that by the time you get to 65, 70, you get him. Jason Ato sounds like an Iron Apple DJ. You're not wrong. Listen, Duran looks like the one that's going to leave. Now, the interesting thing about the story, first of all, they're saying Arsenal expected to make a second bid. They're saying Ollie Watkins very keen on the move. No problem. If that's the guy you want, go and get him. He's 29 years of age. What I want to ask in the community is what you think about him as a player in general. Jerome said Gyökeres at 25, too old, but Ollie at 29. Yeah, exactly. They said, oh, we can't buy Gyökeres. There's no sell-on clause, or not sell-on clause. There's no potential to sell him in the future. Nelly Nelson said, transfer therapy incoming. We're here, bro. We're here. Tel wants a top 3 club in the world, not you pretenders. MJ's not happy. Man United fan always dashing out corn against us, you know. You man are on page 2 of the Premier League, man. Relax. Doctor said, proves we had a minimum 60 million to spend and wasted all January. Fair point. Why make the offer on the 29th of January? Snake Eyes, we are not signing anyone. This is why we keep going for these players that are out of reach. Plus Watkins is injury prone. Big up the C unit. Big up Snake Eyes. Big up Faye with the super sticker. Sam Bond, big up Big C. I'm fed up of Havertz leading the line. I don't think it's a cynical bid. This is an opening offer. 60 million is very high. Top player. We need him. You're a bit more positive about it. Fair. Bob said, with Neto playing today and this bid, I reckon we'll get... We tried to buy Watkins, then buy Neto and loan Rashford. The Neto's at Bournemouth. I wish we'd got the Neto from Wolves. But yeah, I hear you. Rashford on deadline day. I can see it. PSV said anyone can make an offer. What we'll be told now is January is a difficult market, but we tried. Anyway, here's a new line of merch. I've heard as well, no joke, I've heard that we've got merch coming out tomorrow. And I'm not even bantering. No striker, but new merch. Could have got Kvara for 60 instead. Watkins is meaty. Let's put up a poll. Let's put up a poll, right? First poll of the day. Would you sign Ollie Watkins for £60 million? Now, in fact, there's almost no point saying £60 million because they've rejected that. So let's say for over £60 million. Would you sign Watkins for over 60 million? 60 million. Yes or no? Would you take him? Right, that poll's up there. Let me know. We'll leave that up until kickoff. I want to know how you guys feel about it. As I said, for me, I'm kind of at the stage where, like, well, you didn't even get it offered. You didn't even get it accepted anyway. Listen, it's always difficult with these kind of deals because this is how you've got to look at it. On one hand, he is, let me just make it abundantly clear, Ollie Watkins is far better than anything we've got up front at the moment. He's far better. He's way better than Havertz as a striker, right? He is. He's a proper striker. Havertz isn't even a striker. And some people say, oh, you know, it's not your money, blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of like, if you sign Watkins, that stops you signing somebody else. Is he good enough to win us the league? He turns 30 in December. The age thing's not the end of the world. I'm not too caught up on the fact that he's 29 years of age. He's not a player that I sort of look at and think, well, it's blistering pace, so he'll completely fall off. I think, in reality, he's better than what we've got, but he's not what we wanted. if you know what I'm trying to say. So it's that balance of, well, he is better than Havertz, so maybe we should accept it, but we wanted somebody better than him. So it's kind of striking that balance of what we want. Listen, like I said, if you look at what he did last season in the Premier League, only Haaland produced better numbers than him in terms of goals and assists. I mean, as an actual striker, not including wingers. 37 games, 19 goals, 13 assists. That's 32 goal contributions in 37 games. And we saw it as well, by the way, when he chipped us at the Emirates and basically ruined our season. So, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being snobby. Boyhood Arsenal fan, great attitude, vice captain at Villa. Let's put it this way. Ollie Watkins ticks probably every box for Mikel Arteta. Great attitude, never been in any controversy. Seems like a very well-behaved, well-spoken man. He's an Arsenal fan. He's desperate to come here. It's everything that Arteta's going to want. But is he that dog, people? Oh. Is he? I've always said Ollie Watkins is a nice posh boy, man. I don't know. Maybe my vision is different, people. We're in phase 5. I was looking for, like, give me one of the most, ferocious strikers in Europe. But he would score goals for us. So I'm torn on it, people. I'm massive. This is like, I don't know. I genuinely think Ollie Watkins gets close to 20 goals in a Premier League season playing for Arsenal. Because Havertz should be on 15 goals right now. And we're only in January. So he's a better striker than him. He's not the striker that I want. So it's a great. Lawrence is not happy. I can't like her. This community is wild. A lot of people here don't want to win. I thought we wanted to win. How are people saying no? Do you know what it is, bro? I think we're looking at it going, of course he's a good player. Of course he's better than Havertz. If he joins us, we're all going to be happy about it because we have to deal with reality is he's better than what we've got. We can't turn it down. If you got £10 in your pocket, someone gives you 20, you're up. You're happy. But you're competing with Man City, who've got Haaland as #1 striker. You're competing with Liverpool, although he's the winger, Salah is the #1 striker, the goal scorer. I don't know what it is about Watkins. If we sign him, I won't be that disappointed, but he wouldn't be at the top of my list. I suppose you got to look here. If you get Saka back, you've got Watkins up front and you buy a good left winger next season. Imagine if you end up with Leao, Watkins and Saka. I'm thinking, yeah, man, that's a good front three. But I don't think we're going to get him. So it's a bit irrelevant. Olu said, you wanted Tony. Why are you skeptical of Watkins? You know why? Because for me, Tony was a bit of a bully. He was a bit of a bully. He had ego. He had edge. When you look at the best strikers, I think they've all got that. You look at the best strikers now, Mbappe, Haaland. You look at over the years, I just think they've got that little edge about them. So that was why. And plus, Tony left for £40 million. He was cheaper. You know what I mean? So Ivan Toney's a dog, people. You know what I mean? But Watkins more prolific. But then you say that Watkins has never scored 20 league goals in a season. He had more seasons in the Premier League to get those numbers. Ivan Toney only had a couple seasons in the Premier. First season when they got promoted. Second season when he got the 20. And then he got banned. So 2.5 seasons. And he scored 20 plus goals in one of them. Listen, let's just put it this way, right? If Arteta wants Watkins, they need to get him through the door. If they don't, we look stupid. And I don't think we are going to get him. That for me is the bigger frustration. I'm not going to sit here and have a meltdown if we sign Ollie Watkins. I'm not going to be throwing a party, but I'll be like, okay, he's better than what we've got. Let's go to work. But I don't think we're going to get him. That's the bigger issue. That's my bigger issue. Would you offer Nico Williams and his one goal? I've always said I think Nico Williams is overrated. And I actually think he would struggle the way we're playing at the moment. Because he'll get the ball on the halfway line and there'll be minimal space to run into. And he doesn't look that clever. But he is rapid, but I'm not sure. I think the Euros made him look a lot better. Ricky said, why do we need all these iterations of bids, front and back? Sit down with the director, agree on a price, leave an agreement like City do. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't always work like that. I'll be honest. It's difficult. They don't want to sell Ollie Watkins. So sitting down and saying, well, let me leave here with a price, like someone knocking on your door now and saying, I want to buy your house, when you've got no intention of selling. Yeah, there might be a price that you'd sell at, but Arsenal are not going to absolutely blow up the market to get him, you know? I think the other issue with Watkins, and again, to go back to it, is because I know the price that he will cost, I'm looking at the alternatives. We've had 60 million rejected, which means we're probably going to have to go to 70 at least. When you start getting to 70, you're like, but you could buy him for that. You could buy it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But if Duran goes to Saudi, I think there's zero chance of Watkins coming to Arsenal. So the only way Watkins potentially leaves Villa is if the Saudi club sign Boniface instead of Duran. But it seems like they want Duran. Flight Mode said, this bid screams panic. The offer is 29 days too late. Again, it's a fair point. Aston Villa's #1 player. Why are you offering a deal for him 4 or 5 days before the window closes when they've got minimal time to replace him? Why are you not making that offer 3 weeks ago and then creating the pressure to try and get him out of there? Gunnar Roller said, I think the club sees an opportunity here and are forcing Villa's hand. The SPL window closes tomorrow. They don't want to sell Duran and can't keep both. Oh, Saudi Pro League. I thought you were saying Scottish Premier League. I think Villa probably have to sell. They've spent a lot of money over the last couple of years. So I think there is a little bit of pressure for them to sell. We always said they're going to have to sell one of these strikers. But Duran to Saudi. Saudi club will pay the majority of it up front. Let's see. Let's hope Duran doesn't go if we want Watkins. Burkowski, burn Villa's feelings, put the money up and take the player. Tired of seeing Havertz, shoulders, headers. We should have put the bid in earlier, though. Listen, if Arsenal get Watkins acting like this, I'll hold my hands up and say, yo, you've bullied him out of Villa. But I'm not sure we're going to get him. Nino said 60 million and a £5 scratch card. Yeah, that'll tip it over the edge. Sam said we have a useless donkey missing chances week in, week out, and people don't want Watkins. What's going on here? He will do well at Arsenal. He's clinical. As I said, I think we're aiming for the top. I think we're aiming for the top, Sam. And sometimes, even if something is better than what you've got, it's not what you're aiming for. And again, I do sound snobbish here, and he is better than anything we've got. And like I said, if we got him, I won't be angry. But we're trying to catch City and we're trying to catch Liverpool. If Man City sold Haaland, would they sign Ollie Watkins? Not a chance. So again, that's my opinion. Lano said, I think he'll bag whatever I'm moaning about. I just think he's not, maybe he's not glamorous enough. If his name was, you know, Oli Nardo Watkino from Brazil, maybe it would work, but his name's Ollie Watkins. It's not that glamorous. You know, people like glamour people. You know, they like glamour. Salt and Pepe said the issue isn't the bid. The issue is the timing, the circumstances. Villa have already been clear of their intention to sell Duran. One word, PR. Exactly. Everyone has seen that Villa potentially are going to sell Duran. So that's them clearly saying we may have to sell one, we'll keep the other. We've then gone for the one that they're not selling and then tried to unsettle him. So, again, yeah, if Arsenal had gone there, gone, yo, bam, next bid, it's accepted, Duran's staying. Because if Duran doesn't go to Saudi, Villa might be under pressure to sell Watkins then, because they may have to sell somebody to balance the books. It's the fact that Fabrizio's saying, yo, there's almost an agreement for Duran to go to Saudi. So the timing and everything feels off. We signed Aubameyang when he was 29 for 55 million. It's a no-brainer when we have Havertz starting as a 9. I just feel this is a tired, we tried, not a serious bid. Listen, I agree with you. The 29 years old thing doesn't worry me. He's not a pace merchant that's just going to lose. You know, his game is not like that. My biggest problem is not that we've made an offer for Ollie Watkins. It's that I don't think we're going to get him. And I think we're going to publicly be left out with, you know, get out of it. Yeah, you've made an offer, now do one. And everyone's going, look how stupid Arsenal look. Babatunde said this is more of the PR bid in my opinion, which I hear and I agree. Ghost said, why would Arsenal put in a bid hours before Villa's Champions League game? Reminds me of 40 million and a penny for Suarez. Exactly. It's not going to sit well with them. When you're trying to buy something from somebody, there has to be an element of, let me try and get them on side with me so that we can negotiate a good deal. You don't anger somebody, you know. You don't, but we'll see. Doctor said if we really wanted Watkins, why wait all month to make a failed bid? This reeks of PR, distraction, take up space in the media. We're signing no one. And Mohammed said 20 years of Arsenal PR. Y'all should know what the intention is. Shaking my head. We know what it is, people. We know what it is. We've been here. We've seen this. We know what time it is. If this deal had been accepted, I'd sit here and I'd say, fair play. I never saw this coming. Arsenal are the elite PR football club. Trust me when I say this, people. When we had a dodgy run at the start of January, what happened? We didn't sign anybody. They threw out the Zubimendi story out of nowhere. Why would Arsenal announce signing a player in the summer, in January, through the media? They wouldn't. They did it to distract us. We were losing games we shouldn't be losing. So they said, tell everyone we're signing Zubimendi. That takes your mind off it. Now we're all going crazy. We have a failed offer for Ollie Watkins. And these things happen in football. I've seen it and heard it. I've seen it and heard it. Make an offer for a player that we know is not going to be accepted. So everybody then calms down because they see that we're doing things. And then when the window closes and we haven't done much, they'll say, well, you can't knock their ambition. They did offer 60 million for Ollie Watkins. People like me, I ain't falling for that. I'm sorry. It will work with a lot of people online. I ain't falling for that, people. I'm not falling for it. Because let's just say, if they've got £60 million in the bank, if you don't get Ollie Watkins, go and get somebody else. Didn't they say Sesko, any offer of 65 million, they would listen to it? Hasn't Osimhen got a 65 million release clause? You know, Darren said, love to the chat, but I feel we can be contradictory. We call for the club to bid for players, then slate them for it. We slag Edu for not breaking relationships, but give out that we've angered Villa. Bro, listen, and again, respectfully, we want them to be ambitious. Making offers for players at crazy times that you've got minimal chance of getting, again, for me, doesn't scream ambition. It screams incompetence. I have no problem with Arsenal signing Ollie Watkins, people. But we haven't signed Ollie Watkins. We've annoyed Aston Villa. We've got very little chance of getting him. So what happens next? We slag Edu for not breaking relationships. Well, Edu was stupid because Edu maintained relationships and then didn't even benefit from it. Edu was, oh, we got a great relationship with Brighton. Okay, we wanted Basuma for 2 years. You never got him. We wanted Caicedo for a year and you never got him. So what was the point of having that relationship with Brighton? It meant nothing. So, again, it may sound contradictory. And as I said, if we were sitting here tonight going, the offer's been accepted, we'd be having a very different conversation. I never seen Manchester City act like this. They weren't being publicly rejected. You know? But when they wanted Mamouche, they got him. What do you want? Okay, we'll do it. Let's see. Listen, I'll be patient. What, 5 days until the window, Monday? They sign Ollie Watkins. I'll hold my hands up. Hold my hands up. They don't sign Ollie Watkins, then this is exactly what I think it is. Let me just reiterate, because people are saying I'm contradicting myself. I have no problem with Arsenal making an offer for a player. I'm glad that Arsenal are putting 60 million on the table and saying, yo, we're here, we're trying to spend money. But you've got to understand how to do business. Number one, why have you made this offer so late in the window, right? He's their main player. And they're going to have to find a replacement if he goes. And you also know that they're advancing in terms of selling John Duran. So if Duran's on his way to Saudi, how are you supposed to get Watkins? Nobody in the world thinks Aston Villa are going to sell both of their strikers in one window, right? Second of all, what's the plan now? What's the plan now? If they've rejected it, are you going back in with more money? Do you go elsewhere and get someone else? You can't leave us empty-handed. You've got money. You've showed everyone your hand now. You've got money. So if you don't get Watkins, you've got to go elsewhere. Which is what I said 2 years ago when we tried to buy Mudryk for like 70 million. I'm like, well, where's that 70 million gone then? They wanted Caicedo for 70 million. Where did that money go? Did you not have the money in the first place? For me, I think they're freestyling. I could be totally wrong and cynical. I just think that it's a scattergun approach. I'll make an offer for Watkins. We won't stop talking about this for the next 3 or 4 days now. But we'll see. Jason Ato, my friend. Jason Ato, let's see what you're about. Kroenke's errors, lack of ambition, rewarding mediocrity, hiring inexperienced managers like Arteta instead of proven winners like Ancelotti and Zidane. No major trophies since they came at 2007. Yeah. I hear you. Gyökeres seems like a no-brainer. It makes so much sense. We'll go nowhere near it. They'll go absolutely nowhere near it. We were on the phone to Villa for Duran. Exactly. Oh, we're trying to get Duran. Duran looks like he's gettable. Sam, big up, bro. I thought that Arsenal were going to go for a younger profile of players. Well, they put out a story saying Gyökeres is too old. He's nearly 27. Then go for a guy even older. But listen, that might not have come from the club. You're right on point, Big C. These MFs are playing games. Makes too much sense to sign Gyökeres. Makes so much sense we won't go anywhere near it. Glock 9 don't want to play for... yeah. Jason Ato, maybe it's a smoke screen. Let's see. Pokemon said, Curtis, to be honest, you're kind of hypocritical here. You said what Liverpool did sign Van Dijk was a big statement. What we done is foolish. But the thing, what you're getting all confused here, bro, they signed Van Dijk. They signed Van Dijk. And Southampton tried to take them to court, but they got him. So if you act like Arsenal are acting and you get the player... hands up, you did the business. You bullied the player out of the club. Does anybody in the chat think Ollie Watkins is signing for Arsenal before this deadline closes? And there's your answer, bro, without me even saying anything. Van Dijk ended up at Liverpool. There's a big difference. I've no problem with Arsenal acting like this if they get the player. If they don't, you look foolish. We looked foolish with Luis Suarez, and we look foolish with Caicedo. And that's the problem, you know? But we'll see. 135 million on Havertz and Watkins. Kante, yeah, missed out on him. Watkins is not on Van Dijk's level, exactly. Van Dijk ended up being one of the best centre-backs we've ever seen in Premier League history. Ollie Watkins ain't going to be that, bro. Let's just be honest. They could buy Santiago Jimenez 40 million euros. They could buy Osimhen 65 million euros. They could 65 million pounds, sorry. They could buy Gyökeres 85 million. Sesko apparently 65 million they have to negotiate. I don't know. I don't know. But let's see. Listen, it's a waiting game. At least it's good for content. I'll be honest, because I don't expect him to sign. This is Caicedo part 2. Anchor to the fans to Watkins and then sneak Igor Jesus through the back door. No way this is a real bid. PR Arsenal strikes again, says Dotty Biggs. Big up to you, bro. George Guna, similar vibes when we were linked with Isak. Yep. Big up, George. Highly wanted criminal. Gyökeres not in the sporting lineup and bench. A move incoming. I read that he was injured. How true that is, I don't know. But yeah, I read he was injured. But maybe there's a move pending. Maybe it's a smoke screen, people. Maybe it's a smokescreen. But we'll see. We'll see. As I said, I'm not that caught up on whether you think you'd take Watkins or not. My thing is, I don't think we're going to get him. And I'm not going to start getting excited because Arsenal have made an offer for a player. We've been doing this for years. Offering 90 million for Thomas Lemar. Was that ambition? Of course it is. It's 90 million, but we were never signing him. Offering 40 million and £1 for Luis Suarez. Is that ambition? You could say it is, but we were never getting him. We got publicly embarrassed. So people saying you want the club to make offers. Making offers is not enough, people. I can knock on your door right now and say, listen, mate, would you take 350 grand for your house? You say no, I walk off, nothing happened. Yeah, but I did offer for the house. Don't mean nothing, people. It's not enough. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Kendrick settings, people. It ain't enough. But let's see what happens. He's an Arsenal fan. Is it going to unsettle him? This is probably the last point in his career that move could be an option for him. Is he going to start going crazy and put in a transfer request and all that, you know? Elk said, thank God for level-headed Arsenal fans like you, bro. These top gooners are running. No, they are sprinting with the story. Pathetic 29 days and this half-hearted transfer story they come up with. 4.5K in the chat, people. Let's get the likes up pre-kickoff. We should easily be getting 1,500 likes before kickoff begins, people. Moami said, bless up, Curtis. How do you think the squad sets up tonight? Some people saying Sterling up front. When I saw it, it was listed as Trossard up front, but we'll see. I think we'll win. Girona have put a weaker team out as well. Highbury Zocal Badger, Stan Kroenke, Sports Entertainment, LinkedIn lists all his American teams, but Arsenal isn't even mentioned. This shows he doesn't care about the club. He's just here to collect the bag with the top four. Of course, not surprised one bit by that. Not surprised one bit. You can have my house for 350. Hey, give me a shout. It's Curtis Hour. You just got home in time for kickoff. 11 minutes till kickoff. We'll concentrate on the game shortly. Obviously, I put the video out earlier today about Matthis Tel, the Bayern Munich winger / striker. Miguel Delaney confirming Arsenal are interested in Tel. He's been on the radar for a while, fits all the criteria. There is a surprise such a player is available. Any loan deal would need an option to buy. It's very interesting. Man United in for him. Chelsea interested in him. Where's he going to end up? The Miguel Delaney story actually said Arsenal would have a very good chance of signing him. He's excited by the way we play football. He definitely hasn't watched us recently then. Also thinks he'll get a lot of game time. And also, as I said in the earlier story, was the relationship between Vincent Kompany and Mikel Arteta obviously worked together at Manchester City. Kompany was the skipper, while Arteta was the assistant manager. So, but it's interesting. Man United, from what we're seeing online, they seem to maybe be the front runners. From what we're reading, he said no to Chelsea. He feels there's too much competition there. The thing I've read about Man United, though, is that United may need to get rid of Garnacho or Rashford before they bring him in. I don't know how true that is. They obviously did get rid of Anthony to Real Betis. But it'd be interesting. How good is he? He's a live wire. And he brings a different dimension. The one thing I'll say is a little bit raw. Hasn't played a lot of first-team football. And as I said in the video, I think if we only sign Tel, I think it's a disappointing window. If we sign Tel and get a striker, I think it's a much better window. You know, so, yeah, listen, we'll see what happens with that one. Things are happening, but whether these things happen or not is a different story. I have got a video coming out at 12 p.m. tomorrow, just after 12 p.m. with Ben Jacobs. I'll be recording that tomorrow morning. So I'll try and get some info regarding Tel and Watkins and see if he's got any inside information. So that'll be out around 12:30 p.m. UK time. And then I'll be live around 2:30. According to the chat, Raya is injured. Now that better not be true. Because let me tell you now, I don't want to see Neto in goal against Manchester City at the weekend. I was trying to see what he was saying about Raya. David Raya. Mikel Arteta has said David Raya is not fit to play, but he did fly to Spain with the group. That's interesting. Surely, if it was a major injury, you wouldn't fly him to Spain with the team. It's got to be a minor injury. Be interesting to see how Neto gets on tonight, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully that's it's got to be a minor injury. There's no way he would have flown to Spain if he had a serious injury. So he should be all right for City, Man City. He said it with a smirk. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. Right, we'll put the transfer stories on the back burner for now. Obviously, if anything breaks while we're live, we will discuss it. Feel free to put it in the comments. It is Girona against Arsenal. It is a huge night of Champions League football. All round, really. Manchester City, if they don't win tonight, they are out of the Champions League, which is unbelievable when you think this is a team who won the Champions League a couple of years ago. Let's have a little look at the Champions League table. Obviously, Arsenal are in the top 8. We should qualify. No problem. We should win tonight. Girona are poor. And Arsenal have got the second best defence in the Champions League group. 2 goals conceded in 7 games, level with Liverpool. Inter Milan, only 1 goal conceded in their 7 games. Arsenal in 3rd. Everybody in the group is playing tonight at the same time. So, yeah, listen, we should be okay in terms of qualification. Further down, obviously, Aston Villa play Celtic. They're trying to get in the top 8. I mean, you've got Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Juventus, PSG, all in that midsection. And Manchester City, outside of the top 24. They play Club Brugge, who are in good form at the moment, especially in the league. And City have to win. A draw knocks them out of the Champions League, which is unbelievable. If you look at Girona further down, 31st out of the 36 teams, 4 goals scored. They're the second lowest scorers. 11 goals conceded. Their defence isn't too bad, but they've been awful. They're out of the competition. They've rested players tonight. As I said, they've got a few recognisable faces. Donny van der Beek, Dan Juma, Romeo, who used to play for Southampton. And they've got Daley Blint, although Blint's not in the squad tonight. So, listen, I'm expecting a straightforward victory. No messing about. Let's concentrate on the game now, people. Hey, you lot are running wild, man. Real Madrid. Yeah, the Real Madrid. There they go again, look. Neto's in goal. If we were playing a decent team today, by the way, I'd be having a meltdown about this starting lineup, but I expect us to win regardless. Neto in goal. Thomas Partey at right back. Words that nobody ever wants to hear, to be honest. Partey at right back. Kivior and Gabriel at centre back. Calafiori at left back. Jorginho and Marino double pivot. Horrible. Odegaard attacking midfield. The front 3, Ethan Nwaneri, Raheem Sterling, and Leandro Trossard. Now, they've listed it as Trossard up front. But is it going to be Sterling up front? Let's see. He has played up front for Manchester City before. Let me get into these super chats, people. MP, Gabriel is the best centre-back. Let's back up our players. Well, it's interesting that he's given Saliba the rest. He's obviously struggled with that hamstring issue that kept him out for a little bit. Avery said, bro, you legit said, I at least want to see Arsenal get a bid turned down. Now you're upset. I don't care either way because we aren't serious. I'm just saying, bro. And I did say that, but I meant in the sense of like, get the bid rejected, but then get the player through the door. Do you know what I mean? Afterwards, you know, make it a building block. Don't just get rejected, then end up with nothing. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Bajan said, fans crying about Watkins is crazy. We got Havertz. Listen, though, there's nothing wrong with fans wanting the very best available. I get what you're saying. He's better than what we've got, but still, aim high, people. We want to be the best. Watkins is good. He's better than what we've got, but can we get better? That's my only question. Last Loss said, would you put Jason and Joba on the green screen? Man like Jason Ato, you know. Vernon said 60 million would buy Igor Jesus and Luis Enrique from Botafogo. Both better than Watkins and Donkey. I mean, I haven't seen enough of those guys, so I couldn't even tell you. Floody said, Chelsea to buy Garnacho, Arsenal to loan Mudryk. Well, if he hadn't failed the drugs test, I'm sure we'd be signing Mudryk. MJ, he's going to end up at us, a T3 club in the way, despite PG2. Are you on about Tel, by the way? MP said, Italians defend like the Roman Empire. 1 goal, man, conceded Inter Milan. And Midnight said, damn, that poll is a close one. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Great numbers. 4,300 of you in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. We got a lot going off at the moment on the channel. Man City this weekend. I'm just waiting to sort out some details. We may have another giveaway coming up as well. Joba said, damn what I'd do. You know what I mean? He'd be swinging fists, bro. The players are on the pitch. It's a small stadium. I think it holds 14,000. It's a little bit bigger than Bournemouth's ground, but would be one of the smallest stadiums in the Premier League. Girona, who I believe are 8th in La Liga at the moment. They've got some good players. I think Clement was saying Asprilla is a very good player. For Girona, I mean, Girona, they lost Dovbyk and Savinho in the summer. Dovbyk went to Roma. Savinho obviously went to Manchester City. They were their 2 best players. So they're not the team they were last year. That is for sure. But they, you know, Spanish teams, you know what you're going to get. They keep the ball well. And, you know, we're at 1,000 likes already, which is great. Can we get to 1,500 before we kick off, people? Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're 70 away from 89,000. So can we get that? Can we get that done tonight, people? Let's get that done. 70 away. OGs tomorrow with Turkish. We're live. About 5 o'clock. Is it tomorrow? Friday. Friday, OGs. Friday, about 5 o'clock. We're live, people. We're live. My prediction, I'm not going to get carried away and say we're going to batter them because we've got a weak team out, and who knows how that team's going to look. I mean, Jorginho and Marino. It might work in the Champions League because it's a lot slower. I'm just going to go for a 2-0. To be honest, we might even concede. 2-0 or 2-1. I'll go 2-0. I'm hoping that there's a lack of motivation for Girona in the sense that they're out already, you know, and they're not really... I mean, they're listing Nwaneri as the striker. What the hell's going on here? He's the last one of the front 3 that I would have played up front. I've said for a long time, Sterling is not great on the right. He's better on the left. This will be interesting. But hey, let's see how it goes. I'll go for 2-0. Arsenal playing in their black kit. Neto's in goal, making his debut. I think he's about 35, Neto. Neto, let's have a look. Neto, Arsenal. How old is Neto? Neto is 35. He turns 36 in July, making his debut. Be interesting to see how he gets on tonight, people. Danjuma, yeah, he's a lively player. He is a lively player, to be fair. So that will be interesting how he gets on. We're about to kick off. Is this clock working? Because people are saying the clock. Right, we're underway, people. We're underway. It's Girona against Arsenal. I'm going to try and be relaxed tonight. We've pretty much secured qualification. I have to say, that pitch looks like an absolute carpet. It is a small stadium. I think the roof is open on most of the sides of that ground. It's obviously on the outskirts of Barcelona. Manchester City own Girona. Yeah, look, Trossard's up front. Sterling on the left, Nwaneri on the right, which is, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. They were listing it just then as Nwaneri up front, which I was like, come on, man. Like, why would you put Nwaneri up top? Nwaneri's on the right, Sterling's on the left, Leandro Trossard is up front, people. So let's see how this goes. Try and keep me updated. I really want to see these other scores. As I said, Manchester City draw or lose tonight, and they will be out of the Champions League, which is unbelievable. And just opens the tournament up. Let's be honest, we want Man City out. Make it an easier tournament. Free kick to Arsenal early doors. A lot of big games. Barcelona, Atalanta, Aston Villa, Celtic. Juventus, Benfica. Free kick to Arsenal. Odegaard to take it. Can we get an early goal? Good to see Odegaard back after the weekend when he was out. Whips it in. Ball's bouncing around. Arsenal appealing for handball there. Referee doesn't give it. Forced back to the goalkeeper. Oh, Neto. Oh, my God! Neto slipped. He's got away with it. Oh, my God. Last defender, he slips over. The striker, I think, nearly takes it off him. Luckily, the ball runs away from it. Your first touch of the ball for Arsenal and you slip over. Wow, that could be handball, by the way. I think there's an appeal there. Why is his arm out like that? Abel Ruiz hits his arm. Referee says no. Wow, Neto. Man like Norbert, you know. Man's playing more like Norbert. More like Norbert, bruv. Eddie Murphy in goal. What kind of goalkeeping is that? Crazy stuff. He got away with it. Keep him away from the ball. Raya better be back for Man City at the weekend. I'm telling you, we don't want this guy in goal. Imagine him against Haaland. One thing you always expect with a team in La Liga is they're going to keep the ball well. That's everything that they practice. They're not going to be terrible. Apparently Inter Milan have got a penalty. We'll try and keep updated with all the games. Villa have scored already. Villa have scored. It's bound to be, innit? It's bound to be Watkins. Let's have a look. Oh, Morgan Rogers. One of the signings of the season, by the way. £14 million. He's probably worth 60 million now. England international. Guy's a baller. Villa lead 1-0. What's a better scenario for us? Do we want Villa to get through so they're more relaxed and they sell him? Do we want him to go into the knockouts or the playoffs and then get knocked out? So, I don't know. I don't know what the best case scenario is. Raheem Sterling runs into someone. All I see Raheem Sterling do for Arsenal is run into a defender. I don't understand it. Let me end that poll for Ollie Watkins, by the way. 50-50, people. I don't think I've ever seen a poll end up like that. I'm going to leave it for another 5 minutes. 2,785 votes. 50-50. Would you pay over 60 million for Ollie Watkins? 50% say yes, 50% no. And I think that sums up everything. I said this before when people were going, oh, I'm surprised you don't want him. No, I'm split. I'm like the community. Is he better than Havertz? No doubt about it. 19 league goals last season, 13 assists. But it just doesn't feel like the one that you felt like we should go for. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. If we get him, oh my God, 2-0 to Villa. Rodgers again. As I just said, one of the signings of the season, £14 million. He's probably worth 60. He's probably worth 70 now. He's just scored that. I think Morgan Rogers is genuinely... Oh, man, Trossard just got megged, gave away a free kick. I think Morgan Rogers is one of the best midfielders in the Prem this season. He's been absolutely outstanding. He ripped up Partey and Rice at Villa Park. Here come Girona. Calafiori, ball's crossed in. Gabriel clears it. Pitch looks so nice. See, look, if Trossard's up front, you don't want him dropping that deep. And this is the other thing, people. Let me just say something. If we buy a striker, you have got to play him as a striker. Do you know what I mean? Like, whoever you're going to buy, Watkins, Sesko, Isak, you can't keep making your striker drop so deep. You've got to play him as a proper striker. People saying Ornstein, Bomber. There you go. John Duran, medical, gone. Al Nassr, there you go. We ain't getting Ollie Watkins. I told you. I told you. Everyone who was coming at me in the chat earlier, oh, you want ambition. It is a smokescreen, people. I told you. I know this football club, how they operate. Let's make it look like we're trying to sign people. I knew it. Look. John Duran set for medical in London on Thursday before proposed move from Aston Villa to Al Nassr. 77 million euros plus add-ons agreed in principle, 5.5-year contract. Arsenal made approach for Ollie Watkins on Monday, quickly rebuffed. Fair enough, it was on Monday, but what, 2 days ago? You think Villa are selling Ollie Watkins if John Duran's leaving? First question, if John Duran's available, why are we not going for John Duran? Fair question, right? Ollie Watkins, we've got no chance now. Oh, what a miss by Trossard. 4 yards out. Good ball in by Ethan Nwaneri. I don't think he expected the defender to miss it. I think it hit him on the shoulder. PSG have scored, apparently. Go for Boniface. Well, they agreed about 45, 50 million, didn't they, for him? I'm not sure how good he is, though, to be honest, Boniface. We've seen it happen. I want everybody who was coming for me before the game. Where are you? Let's be having you. Norwich settings, people. I told you. I know this club. We tried FC. It's the usual PR. Inter are winning 1-0 against Monaco. It's the usual PR, people. Villa, no chance that they sell. Ollie Watkins now. Not a chance. But anyway, let's get back to it. Shot. Is that deflected? I think that's a corner to Girona. Trossard blocked it. Atletico 1-0 up against Salzburg. Keep me updated with the scores, people. Lille beating Feyenoord. Atletico Madrid winning. PSG winning. They need to win tonight. Barcola with the goal. He's a baller, man. Baller. Watkins assist for the second. Corner whipped in. It's a tough window, yeah. That's what they say. Tough window. Duran's leaving. Kvara's left. Release clauses left, right, and centre. But it's a tough window. Anyway. Let's be having you, exactly. Which channel is it on? It's on TNT Sports 4. Because obviously this isn't the big game, is it? I think Celtic, Villa, and Man City's on as well. Ornstein dashed the hopes. It was never happening. It was never happening. I never got excited for it because it wasn't going to happen, people. Let's be honest. Yeah. It was never happening. Neto collects the ball. Let's see who we get next. Let's see who we go for next. Between now and deadline day, we'll probably be linked with about 2 or 3 other strikers. But let's see. At least we know now. Do you know what they've done now, though, people? What I like about what's happened. They've showed us their hand now. So we know. They've showed us their cards, people. Do you know what I mean? They can't lie now and say we had no money. You've just offered £60 million for Ollie Watkins. So if we get to deadline day and Arsenal haven't bought anybody, what's he going to say? We haven't got no money. Well, you made £60 million bid for Watkins. So if you're not getting Ollie Watkins, I expect that £60 million to go somewhere else. Here's Raheem Sterling. He still doesn't seem real seeing Sterling in an Arsenal shirt. I'm telling you now, and people think I'm joking. Marcus Rashford on deadline day. Don't be surprised. There's Sterling. Good little ball. Calafiore! 1-0. Offside, offside, offside. The flag's up. Unlucky. Calafiore, I thought he was going to keep up his goal-scoring form. Ato Bomber. Dubai flights. Oh, that's close. Dubai flights and accommodation all booked. Yeah, exactly. The new travel agent. That's a good finish, you know. You'll be surprised how much goalkeepers get nutmegged because they're told. Yeah, it's been given as offside. No goal. Not loving what I'm seeing from Neto. Nah, he looks shaky, don't he? Juan said, can I shout out my channel? I do gaming. Yeah, man. Shout it out, man. Big up. MP said, let's see City out. Yeah, I'm hoping for a Club Brugge goal. I'm sure. Who plays for Brugge? Not many big names, but apparently they're in good form. Let's have a look. Club Brugge. Yo, Brugge's form. They haven't lost since losing to AC Milan. And that was on October the 22nd. Brugge haven't lost a game since the 22nd of October. That's in the Belgium League and the Champions League. So they're not going to be no pushovers, man. The longer that game's 0-0 against Man City, the longer they will be nervous. Put Calafiore and Gabriel up front, man. They look more lethal. Odegaard shoots, loops over the bar, bit of snot out of his nose. I don't know what's happened to that guy shooting. 2 years ago, this guy was drilling it bottom corner from the edge of the box. Gunnar Neal said, to be honest, I'd take Rashford. Or desperation, you know, that's what Arsenal do. That's what Arsenal do, people. Red card for Monaco. Who are Monaco playing? Monaco are playing. Why can't I even see the Monaco game? Oh, Inter. Inter, they're 1-0 up already. They'll batter them now. Inter have only conceded 1 goal in the whole group stage. Girona on the ball. This feels like a pre-season friendly, to be honest. This doesn't even feel like a Champions League game. 2-0 Atletico. 2-0 to Atletico Madrid. Simeone and Griezmann with the goals. Bro, every time they show Odegaard on the screen, he just got snot out of his nose. It's crazy. It's wild. Team needs pace and power, yeah. 14 minutes gone in the game, people. 0-0. It's got a pre-season friendly feel about it because they're out of the competition already. And they're probably just trying to not get injured. And then we're pretty much through. A draw's fine for us as well. Girona in possession. I'm more looking tonight at fringe players. Like, you know, the likes of Marino, Sterling, Kivior, Neto. I'm more looking at those guys to see, okay, do you have anything to offer this team, or are you just literally players that are going to sit on the bench? 2-0 Villa v Celtic. Rodgers doing his thing. Rodgers is an absolute baller. Serious baller. He's better than Marino. He's better than a lot of our... he's better than Jorginho and Marino. Rashford to Arsenal loan would be the most Arsenal signing ever. 4.2k, but only 1.2k likes. Come on, people. We're 65 away from 89k subscribers. I'm sure there's 65 of you that haven't subscribed. Get the likes up to 2k by half time as well. Commentary just called us the nearly team. We are in so many ways. Is Rashford that bad since Barcelona won him? Yeah, exactly. But on loan, a team that's doing well, it's a no-brainer. I think he'd do well at Barcelona. He wouldn't stop. He's not getting in over Rafinha or Lamine or Lewandowski, but I think he could offer them. He'd be a good option off the bench. He's better than like Ferran Torres or someone like that. When is the Champions League draw? Some people saying the Champions League draw is Friday. I actually don't know when it is. Champions League draw takes place 12 on Friday the 31st. Is that just for the playoffs or is that for us as well? UEFA Champions League knockout phase playoff draw. So do they draw what happens after that? Or I don't really understand how it works. From the knockout phase playoffs towards the tournament, right? The teams that finish. So I think it's just for the playoffs. While the top 8 sides qualify automatically, teams finish into like, would we know who we're going to play out of the 2 teams that are playing each other? I don't know how it works. I don't mind doing a stream for it if we're involved in it, but is it just the teams that... It's playoffs only, Brennan says. Is it worth me doing it? Man City scored, it was offside. That's even funnier. Inter winning 2-0. Dortmund winning. I'm literally... This PSG 2-0. The Arsenal game's like just background noise at this stage, people. Ball's... it's a goal kick to Girona. Bayern Munich winning 1-0. Thomas Muller. Dortmund winning 1-0. Garassi. Inter 2-0 up over Monaco. Monaco down to 10 men. Lautaro with 2 goals. Juventus losing to Benfica at home. Did Jimenez has scored for Feyenoord. That's 5 in 5, I think, in the Champions League for him. Listen, I don't blame you watching other games. I might even put another game on here and put the Arsenal game on my phone or something. This game will put you to sleep, this Arsenal game. The eyelids are heavy again, people. Let's at least get a couple goals. You want to see the team play with freedom tonight, man. You know what I mean? Rastaman said, community isn't here for Arsenal. We're here for Big C. Hey, big up, man. Blessings, bro. Appreciate it. Big up to the community as always, man. Jimenez scores again. Who knew? 40 million euros could be a good option. Biscuit talk could be on the way. It could be on the way, people. Corner to Arsenal. Martin Odegaard to take it. Martin Odegaard in swinger. We do have Gabriel. We've got a very small front line today. With Sterling, Nwaneri and Trossard. But, of course, we do have some tall players. Odegaard whips it in back post. Goalkeeper punches it away. And it's cleared. Draw isn't enough for City. It's not. It's not at all. They have to win. Lewis Skelly is not suspended for City. No, he's available now. He's on the bench tonight. He'll be available for the weekend. Morgan Rogers becomes the first player in Champions League history to score twice in the opening 5 minutes of a game. That's crazy. Barcola scored again for PSG 2-0. In January the 29th, 2024, 2024, Rogers was playing in the Championship for Middlesbrough. A year later, he scores 2 goals in the Champions League. Arsenal on the attack, shots blocked, goes out for a corner. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I think a club like Arsenal would feel under pressure signing a player from the Championship. They might think, well, we can't sign a player from that league because we want big, glamorous names. But there is talent in the Championship, man. Ivan Toney, Watkins, all these guys came from the Championship. Bunjo said, Watkins not coming, Duran is done. Yeah, I said it before the show, bro. It ain't happening anyway. But people were hyping it. I said, I got no problem with Watkins, but we're not going to get him. Corner whipped in for Arsenal all the way across. It's cleared. Sterling should have won that, bro. Be stronger. Trossard. Whipped in by Nwaneri. Back post. Flicked away. They scramble it away there. I want to see Arsenal play with a little bit of freedom, man, for once. Ball over the top. Sterling's barged to the floor. It's a boring game. It's an absolute snorefest already. It really is. AC Milan losing to Dynamo Zagreb. Wow. And they were so poor against us last week. Bologna have scored. Who are they playing? Who are Bologna playing, people? I'm looking. Oh, they got Sporting. No Gyökeres in the squad. Does say that Gyökeres is injured. For anyone who's tuned in late, obviously we spoke earlier about Ollie Watkins, Arsenal's £60 million bid offer. I didn't really hype it much because I don't think it's going to happen. As we've been live, Ornstein has announced that John Duran to Al Nassr has been accepted. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, Duran, 21 years of age, going to Saudi. I always think, I don't get too caught up. I saw somebody online saying, you know, it's ridiculous that Duran's going to Saudi, and I get it, but I think sometimes you've got to think that this is a career. I'm not saying I would do it, but some of these players, man, you know, not every footballer loves the game. And he might just be thinking about it, going, do you know what? I'm 21 years of age. I can go there for 2 years, make an absolute fortune, and come back to Europe at the age of 23. I think sometimes I don't get mad at players going to teams for money, because football is a ruthless sport. When you're not performing well, clubs will get rid of you and nobody defends the player. But when a player leaves, you go, oh, you're greedy and he's chasing money. Who knows how he grew up, you know? He's on 75 grand a week. His previous contract was 30 grand a week. He only signed that contract this season. He's on 75 grand a week. You pay 40% tax when you're a high earner. So he's probably taking home 40, 45 grand a week, plus bonuses, maybe 50, 60 grand a week. What do you imagine what he's going to get in Saudi? They're probably going to give him 200 grand at least, tax free. You know what I mean? That you go there for 2-3 years. It might even be more. I mean, Ivan Toney went there. He's on what, 300 grand a week? Probably 300 grand a week tax free. Go there for 2 years. What's that? That's 1.2 million a month. 1.2. You're looking at what? About 12 million. Maybe 13 million a year. Go there for 2 years. You're going to make 26 million in 2 years. You can't blame him, man. You can't blame him. Go there for 2 years, come back at 23. You're still good to go, man. You're still good. Anyway, they just showed a player yawning in the crowd. I think it was that Brian Gill who's on loan from Tottenham. Bro, you can play in Saudi in your 40s and still kill it. Should be focusing on trophies. But in reality, you can only go Saudi at 40 if you're Ronaldo or Messi or Neymar. Anyone else cannot go Saudi at 40 and get 300 bags a week. Plus, let's be real, man. You don't know how long this Saudi thing's going to be a thing for. Remember when the Chinese league went crazy? When players started going to China? They had all this money. Then they changed the rules over there. And then all the players started leaving. So you don't know. It might not be like that for a long time. Listen, I totally understand. From a footballing point of view, John Duran's one of the most exciting young strikers potentially in the world. He's 21 years of age. But what I'm saying is, footballers don't always look at it from a football point of view. He's thinking, I can go there for 2 years, make a fortune, come back, still build a big career for myself. He's only 20, 21. Boniface not going now. We could definitely get him, but I'm not sure. I'm not convinced by him. I'll be totally honest. When I've watched him, I'm not so sure about him. Is Raheem Sterling left-hand side. Terrible cross. Goes out for a corner. Boniface looks a bit stupid now, don't he? Agreed the deal to go there. They made him wait and went and got John Duran, and now they're going to cancel that deal. Boniface for me is all right. He's 24, so he's got time on his side. Callum Play said, big up, Big C. It's my birthday today. Let's get to 89k subs today. Blessings on your birthday, bro. And yeah, you're right. Let's get 89k. We're 51 away from 89k, people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Liverpool got a penalty, apparently. Corner to Arsenal. Trossard, high. It's up in the air. It's flicked on. Bouncing everywhere. It's cleared. This game feels like a pre-season friendly. It really does. Has he had 2 ACL injuries, Boniface? I didn't know that. Definitely wouldn't go for him. Big up my boy Fran, man. 10 trading. Oh! Oh, Calafiori's back pass, but it made it to Neto. Fran said, short career. Nobody cares about trophies as they don't pay the bills. Just for vanity, go get the money. The game will soon throw you to the side. Yeah, it's brutal. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand it. I understand it. The guy's 21. He can go Saudi for 2 years, make 26 million and come back. Still build a great career for himself. Sterling fouls the Girona defender there. Make sure you go and follow Fran's channel, 10 Trading. He's putting out lots of content and he's doing some good things over there, man. Go and check out his channel. Mitrovic v Havertz. Havertz must be in Saudi. Mitrovic is better than Havertz, bro, as an out-and-out striker. He was a bully in the Premier League. Havertz, one thing about Havertz, not a terrible footballer. He's a poor striker. And I actually don't think Havertz suits the Premier League. I think he'd be better in a different league, a slower league. He's not a striker. Big up Fran still. Yeah, come on. Yeah, there's Fran's channel. Big up that guy D for sharing it. Just type in 10 Trading online, people. All letters. 10 in letters. 10 Trading. Go and follow Fran's channel, man. Liverpool winning 1-0. No surprise there. Although they did take a weaker squad, but you know, PSV. Who scored? Gakpo. That's his old club, right? Oh my days, Girona have scored. Danjuma. What is going on here? Look at the state of Thomas Partey. Does somebody want to explain what Neto's doing? Why is Neto 40 yards off his goal line? What? Thomas Partey's treading water. Neto, mate. Oh my days. What is Neto doing? Neto. Where are you, mate? Why are you 40 yards off your line? And Partey at right back. It is. Oh, dear. I'm not going to be shouting, but it's a shambles. Shambolic goal, people. Absolute shambles. They've only scored 4 goals in 7 games. 28 minutes against Arsenal, no problem. We've waited all season to watch this guy Neto. What is he doing that far off his line? These men have scored 4 goals in 7 games. 28 minutes against Arsenal. There you go. Santa Claus FC are back. Crazy business. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You turn up with a team like this, you are going to struggle. And they are struggling. That goal was shambolic. From defence, they're playing a through ball. Partey out of position. Neto's outside of the penalty area. Look at Partey again. He's treading water. He's in the deep end at the water park. Oh, my days. Oh, nearly 2-0. Oh, my God. We're making Girona look like Real Madrid. What the hell is going on here? It's a good job he has brought some of the good players. What I need to know is, do we still qualify if we lose? Because this don't look too good, people. I think we do. But it's not a good way to finish the group stage. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Only Arsenal, eh? Only Arsenal. These men can't score against anyone. We do still qualify if we lose, yeah. I need to make sure. Man tried to save it outside the... Bro, make it make sense. He stuck his arm out to try and tip it around the post. You're the last man and you're outside the box. So if you save that shot, you're getting sent off. So what was he doing? What is he actually thinking? He's outside the box trying to tip it wide. We're actually lucky he missed the ball. It's probably worse if he gets sent off. I just don't understand it. Thanks a lot, mate, for signing this guy. But don't worry, people. We made a £60 million offer for Watkins. And they're going to bring out merch tomorrow. Trust me. Oh, but you showed ambition. No, we didn't. It was a PR move. We're not getting Watkins. Duran's going Saudi. Rodrigo, Real Madrid 1-0. Dear, oh dear. Only Arsenal, eh? Danjuma as well. Crazy business, man. Just get out there with a draw at least. Here's Raheem Sterling. He does the first bit so well. The second bit, it's like he can't kick the ball. He actually looks very sharp on the ball, Sterling. He kicks the ball like a 4-year-old who's learning to kick the ball for the first time. How can you score from there? Who is it? Was that Calafiori playing him onside? Look at the state of that defending. He's miles onside. What's Neto doing? He sticks his arm out. He tried to save it. He would have got sent off. It's an absolute comedy act. Neto Runarsson, I'm going to call him. What on earth is that? Corner whipped in for Arsenal. Their goalkeeper collects it. Neto, Matt Turner, Runarsson. It's all mad, people. It is all mad. Leverkusen winning 1-0. Wirtz with the goal. What a player. Proper player he is, by the way, whoever gets him. What else we got going on? Yeah. Score's pretty much the same. That is actually Comedy Channel FC. Crazy. He actually would have got sent off. All right, Arsenal in possession. It's a snore fest as always, people. You won't be surprised. Watching Arsenal play is a cure for insomnia. And I'm tired every time I watch them play. Biscuits chat on the way, people. Big up everyone locked in, man. Nearly 5K in the chat. Get the likes up. Subscribe as well. 50 away from 89K. Let's get 2,000 likes before half time. Neto Runarsson, people. 40 yards out of his area, trying to save the ball like he ain't going to get a red card. I make short said, bro, Watkins just missed a one-on-one, hit it too slow, defender got back to clear. No interest in Watkins, mate. He ain't coming to us. Don't get fooled by the offer. Oh, man, look at the state of our defence, man. I mean, Partey at right back is a disaster, so I'm not surprised. Danjuma's way quicker. All he's got to do is stay on his line there. The defender's played a through ball from his own half and split our whole midfield in defence. Absolutely crazy. Setford and Porter on the bench. I think in the Champions League you have to have 2 keepers on the bench, which is crazy. When do you end up bringing on 2 different... Oh, Jorginho's falling over. Come on, Kivio, man, you got bullied! They could be in his unmarked back post. Here we go. Could be 2. Oh, great block. Why has he not hit that first time? Kivio, mate. Rubbish. Divert to Italy and drop Kivio off. This guy is weak. Look how weak he is. Look, Partey's all over the place. He should have hit that one time. Kivio is weak, bro. Honestly. So weak. Gets bullied by the striker. Just barges him off the ball. Ah, dear. Stay calm. I said I wasn't going to get hyped. Liverpool's 1-1, apparently. Ball whipped in. Neto manages to catch it. Oh, Liverpool they're through anyway, aren't they? 1-1 against PSV. Bakayoko. Johan Bakayoko. Barca losing, yeah? I think Barca are through already, aren't they? Barca are already through. They've picked a strong team, though, Barca, so no excuse for Rafinha, Yamal, Lewandowski. They're all playing. The Kiwi ain't right, bro. We've been saying it pretty much after about 2 games of him joining us. That Kiwi ain't ripe. I think one thing we're learning here is that our squad depth is not good enough. You know, these fringe players. Mohammed said, Control FC. I honestly can't stand the way we play. I'm surprised you even see us, mate, because I'd be asleep if I wasn't streaming. Here's Trossard. Blocked. Shots blocked. We've hardly created anything. Might call Chelsea again for a leftover striker. On Kunku on loan, people. Is he giving a penalty? He's giving a penalty, has he? What's he giving? That's a pen. Penalty to Arsenal. Penalty to Arsenal, people. Thomas Partey wins the penalty. Who's going to take the pen? Probably Odegaard, I would think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a bit clumsy. Sticks out his leg. I'll take it. Shameless pen. Partey. It's scrappy. It bounces. Guy sticks a leg out. Yeah, that's a pen. I don't know if I trust Pillow Foot. I don't know if he'll reach the goal from 12 yards. It might stop before it gets there. Wonder if they'll give a sympathy penalty. You know we like sympathy penalties. Give it to Raheem Sterling or someone just to boost their confidence. I reckon Odegaard will take it. Penalty's been given. I think they're doing a VAR check. Yeah, it's been given. Oh, Jorginho with the hop, skip and jump style. Jorginho. Is he going to do the hop, the skip and... I said a hip, hop, but it don't stop. I actually think Jorginho's good at penalties. I can't lie. I'm not sure about the hop, skip and jump style, but don't care if we qualified or not. Losing to Girona is embarrassing. Nah, hopefully we'll be all right, MP, man. Jorginho, penalty for Arsenal. Let's get the hop, skip and jump Jonathan Edwards style penalty. Jorginho. He'll probably get a new contract if he scores this. Let's see if he does the jump style. Ref's delayed him long enough. Here we go. Jorginho scores. Good goal. Goalkeeper goes the right way. Goes underneath his arm. And Jorginho makes it 1-1. 1-1, people. He'll be delighted with that, won't he? At least the Arsenal travelling fans get a goal to celebrate. What? Villa's 2-2. Unbelievable. They were 2-0 up. Adam Idar or something. He scored 36th and 38th minute. It's a good penalty. I actually thought the keeper nearly saved that. It wasn't in the corner. He got a good amount of power on it, though. Jorginho. 1-1. Let's go and win it now, man. Let's don't do anything stupid here. It'd be nice to finish right near the top of the Champions League group, you know. Well, Villa were 2-0 up. It's now 2-2, which is crazy. They must be all over the place. He's more Brazilian than Martinelli. He is born in Brazil, isn't he, I think? Jorginho. I was never a pen. Pen all day long, mate. Stuck his leg out. Sugar Hill gang. Old school. 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 to Liverpool against PSV. Harvey Elliott with the goal. Gakpo got the first. Here's Marino, lays it in. Yo, Calafiori's almost up front. I'm not even joking. Man's in the penalty area. Penalty spot said, hope Sterling scores for the record. Listen. Oh, here's a chance. Nwaneri. Maybe he should have hit it. He's been crowded. The thing is, anybody that's at Arsenal, you want them to do well. You want them to have something to offer the group. You know, Sterling needs to build his confidence. He's got the ball now. His dribbling's good, but his end product's just non-existent. As this game gets later on, if that Man City game continues at 0-0, I mean, 5 minutes till half-time, City 0, Bruges 0. City go out with a draw. Melbourne said, read my comments, fam. Well, I've read it. Celtic back at 2-2. Villa were 2-0 up. Central forward C. I'm telling you, bro. Cinch up top. AC Milan down to 10 men. Here come Girona. Left-hand side up against Gabriel. I think that's Danjuma. Crosses it in. Here's a chance. Saved by Neto straight at him. Da Vinci said, hey, brother, big up. Help me to understand what Neto was doing outside of the box. I'd rather Safeway or Lidl in net. I'm still trying to figure out, bro, what he was thinking. Fabricator, Neto takes me back to the Corona period when Renarsson, shot by Waneri, it's blocked. When Renarsson single-handedly decided the game against City, thought we had that behind us. We had actually brought enough keepers. I don't know what he was doing. Ulrich, Oliver would have given Partey red for that. Yeah, he'd have sent him to prison for that, bro. Is Waneri in the area? Left foot, could he have hit that? He does hit it, and that's what he's about! Ethan Waneri! Starboy business! Bends it in the far bottom corner. Yes! What a player! 17 years of age. Oh, Ethan Waneri! Oh, Ethan Waneri! Baller! Ethan Waneri, 17 years of age. What a goal. Champions League. Baller. Brilliant goal. Cuts inside. Onto that left foot. Brilliant goal. What a player. Ethan Waneri, he's one of our own. I tell you what, Waneri and Lewis Skelly are better than any players that we've signed this season. Absolutely brilliant goal. 17 years of age, makes it look easy. Cuts inside, delays the shot, cuts inside again, bends it in the far bottom corner. Fantastic goal. Honestly, the two academy players have been two of the best things about this season, Waneri and Lewis Skelly. Arsenal 2, Girona 1. Great comeback, to be fair. Brilliant goal. Quality player, star boy. Shining light this season. He's a baller, man. I said the other day against Wolves, play him on the right. He likes 1v1s. It's too crowded in the middle of the pitch. He's better on the right. And that was a Robben-esque goal. You're not wrong. Just the way he delayed cutting inside R1 and shoot. You're right. FIFA settings. What a player. No one can actually judge us any time. Either wrong positions or too young, or it's his first job, or FSP. I've learned a lot of football problems with Arsenal, said Brio. Cal's Corner, I'm only happy with Watkins if we also get Sesko and another winger in the summer. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that hyped about Sesko, to be honest, but Phil says, thank you for the super sticker, Phil. I hear you, though, Cal. We might need another, but it's Trossard in the area. Trossard hits the crossbar, smashes it at the near post, rattles the bar, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Tight angle. It's one of them where you just whack it. Good ball by Odegaard. Trossard does well there. Drives into the area. Goes above the goalie's head. Hits the bar. Hit it with good power. Oh, you're joking. Bruges beating Man City. It's crazy. It's crazy. Order me some Belgium chocolate. Oh, my days. Club Bruges beating Manchester City. Oh, my God. Scenes. Wow. Oh, see you later. Who's that who got dealt with? See you soon. Pull it back. Oh, yes. Great finish. Manchester City are heading out of the Champions League. This is wild. What a strike. Ederson. Should he do better? Stay humble, Les. Stay humble. I'm not going to say too much yet, you know, because City can come back. I can't lie. PSV have equalised against Liverpool as well. Pep Guardiola, bro. I'm telling you now. I think that was a Kanji who got twist up. Can you imagine the state of Pep's head in the interview? He'll have a black eye. He'll uppercut himself in the face. Wow. We might end up watching that City game. I'm not going to say too much because City are more than capable of coming back. But, wow, that is crazy. Remember, people, City have to win. Even a draw knocks Manchester City out of the Champions League. So, and like I said, Bruges have not lost. Not even playoffs, no. Bruges have not lost a game since the 22nd of October. These are no mugs. Bro, I'm telling you, he's going to Mike Tyson himself in the face if they lose tonight. Here's Trossard for Arsenal. Raheem Sterling, heavy touch, goes out for a throw-in. Oh, my days. Crazy people. City. I'm not saying too much online, though, because, you know, are they going to just lose? Maybe not, but their confidence looks low. Their defense got dealt with. Apparently, Barcola's having a stormer. Somebody just, Champions League have tweeted about Barcola. Special talent, it says. Half-time whistle goes, people. I'm turning over quick. Sorry, I just need to watch this Man City game. I need to see all of it. Oh, that's half-time as well. Unbelievable, people. Right, let me end the... What's going on here? Lights falling off. Let me end the timer. Half-time whistle goes. Let's get into the super chats. Waneria, Miles Lewis Skelly are the shining lights of the season. Big ups to the academy. They are doing their job. Actual magic players. Agree. MP said Pep needs to be sacked. Get him out, man. Get him out. He's finished. He's finished, people. Apparently, Amorim has said that there could be a way back for Marcus Rashford if he doesn't leave before deadline day, which is interesting considering what he said the other day. But wow, unbelievable! 3-0 to Atletico Madrid. Let's get the halftime scores up. Champions League. There's some exciting games here. I'm more excited about like some of the other games than the Arsenal game. I'm glad Arsenal are winning, of course, but there's some crazy results here. Absolute madness. Let's have a look at the halftime scores, people, in the Champions League. Manchester City losing to Club Brugge at home. They are heading out of the Champions League. PSV 2, Liverpool 2 at halftime. Let me try and get the goal scorers up as well while we're talking about it, so we can give you that real insight, people. Liverpool, of course, made a lot of changes tonight. No Salah. I don't think Van Dijk's there. Gakpo and Elliott for Liverpool. Bakayoko and Sabari with the goals. Bayern winning 1-0. Thomas Muller. Dortmund winning 2-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Garassi with both goals. Leverkusen winning 1-0 against Sparta Prague. Florian Wirtz. Girona losing. Well, Arsenal winning 2-1 against Girona. Danjuma with the goal, and then Jorginho penalty, and then Waneri with a brilliant goal. Barcelona's 0-0 against Atalanta. I think they're already through anyway, so I suppose there's no panic for them. Man City losing 1-0, which is just incredible. Real Madrid beating Brest 1-0. Calm down, people. Don't get carried away. Rodrigo with the goal there. And what else we got? Inter winning 2-0. Monaco, the man sent off. Dynamo Zagreb beating Milan. Milan down to 10 men. 3-0 to PSG. I thought it was 2-0. Barcola apparently having an absolute stormer. He scored 1. Dembele's got 2 in that game. So, listen. And Celtic Villa. Villa were 2-0 up. Morgan Rogers double. Celtic are back at 2-2, people. Big C, would you take Lookman and Tel right now, or is that guaranteed this summer? It's a tough one, man. We live in the present, don't we, man? I mean, Lookman and Tel. Give me Lookman and Tel right now. Give me Lookman and Tel. Give me a striker in the summer. People saying it's 3-2 to Liverpool now, is it? Is it 3-2 to Liverpool, or is that... I know they are still playing. No, it's 3-2 to PSV. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3-2. Late goal for PSV. I should have put that one on the TV. 3-2. I tell you what, we're having some stormers here tonight. I feel like Jeff Stelling. I have to get Chris Kamara. What are you saying, Cammy? We need Cammy on the who can update us in the comments. It's all going off in the Champions League tonight, people. 5.5K in the chat. Big up everyone locked in, man. Really appreciate the support as always. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're about 40 away from 89K. So if you haven't subscribed, then make sure you do. I cannot believe, and I had this discussion with Cruz Can Be Cammy. I had this discussion or debate with Robbie. Robbie doesn't like the new format. I think this new format is a million times better than the old Champions League format. I mean, look at this final night of the Champions League. Look at the excitement. Look at the games we've seen. Benfica, Barcelona was a classic. Arsenal beat PSG. Real Madrid, Liverpool. You would never see that in the old format. All the top teams were in groups away from each other. They never played each other until the knockout stage. The group stage was boring. This new format is fantastic. It keeps everyone on edge. It's forced it down to the last game. I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's the best decision they've made for a while because you can't hide from each other. In the Champions League group stage, all the teams do is hide from each other. They're all top seeds. None of them play each other. Now you're throwing Real Madrid against Liverpool. You're throwing PSG against Arsenal. You've got, you know, all these big games, man. It's fantastic. I think the excitement level's gone through the roof. Very excited about Ethan Nwaneri, man. What a player. What a player we've got there. New format of the Champions League is so much better. In terms of Arsenal, listen, it's been a quiet half for Arsenal. Like, we haven't dominated the ball. We conceded a bad goal. We got a very slow midfield on the pitch in Jorginho and Marino. Did I not end the poll? Let me go back to the poll. I might as well end the poll anyway because we ain't signing him. So what's the point? Ollie Watkins poll is still on 50-50. 4,843 votes. Now, you're doing me dirty there, people, because we're only on 1.8k likes. So more of you have voted than have liked the video, which is crazy. Once that tilts one way, we'll end that poll, people. So we'll see what's happening here. But big up to everyone locked in. 5.5k locked in. So really, really appreciate the support as always, people. Great numbers, considering it's a bit of a dead rubber for Arsenal and we're not playing for too much. Phil said, get Jonathan David as a striker who can score. I did read that Lille have said they won't sell him in this window. They're gonna let the whole contract run out. He'll leave for free in the summer. You can sign him for the summer now. He's been linked with a lot of clubs in the Premier League, but it's one of them. He is a decent player. Steve said, smash the likes. Rob said, just like, sorry, I was enjoying the stream. What's going on here? We got a bunch of Spurs fans in here, people. Do you know, move correctly, people. You know what I'm saying? Just like up the ting, people. Nwaneri is embarrassing Odegaard. Is he him? I don't think he is. I wouldn't say embarrasses Odegaard. I know what you're saying. He's coming into the team and he's shooting and stuff like that. Odegaard's role is different. For some reason, at the moment, Odegaard can't kick a ball. It's like the ball's made out of concrete. And it was interesting that Odegaard never took the penalty. I really thought he would take it. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Jorginho took the penalty well. Guy and Prosper, if Arteta had started Nwaneri at Southampton in October, it would have been a huge difference to our season. He didn't trust him. He's mustard! Acting bad, but somebody got to do it. Sent you an email. Listen, I do get the emails. Let's see what people are saying. I'll go through them. Afterwards. Maybe he sent it me a few days ago. Turn the TV off. I nearly turned the TV off after 20 minutes. Just smash the likes. Big up to the community, man. Legends. Great numbers. Great numbers in here. Nwaneri has to start v City every single day of the week, bro. Start him right wing. We don't have to treat him like a kid. If you're good enough, you're old enough, people. You know, Rooney was playing at 16. It doesn't matter. 5,000 votes on the poll and it's still showing up as 50-50. I feel like there's something not right there. You telling me it wouldn't tilt one way to 51%? That's crazy. Would you sign Watkins for over 60 million? Gyökeres is not in the Sporting Lisbon squad, but he's injured. It's not. People were saying, is he leaving? Apparently, he's injured. The Rodgers second goal. Wow. Let me have a look. I do. I wish I could show the goals. I do hope in the future they do something where you can just, show content. I know Playback now are showing content and basketball and stuff like that. Yo, he's hitting the Cole Palmer. He did say, didn't he? I saw it. Oh my days! I saw a video where Rodgers said he was doing the cold celebration before Palmer. Yeah, near post, top corner, edge of the box. He's a top player, man. 14 million quid. Unbelievable signing. Liverpool losing 3-2, but they've qualified. They've made a lot of changes. It would be good for us, you want to we want to see their confidence take a little bit of a hit of some sort, Liverpool. So I would still like to see Liverpool get beat tonight. And I would love to see Man City get knocked out of the Champions League, which at the moment, Manchester City are out of the Champions League if they do not win tonight, people, which is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Odegaard shot from... Oh, he shot from outside the box, mate. It's like a floating balloon. Villa 2, Celtic 2, Barca 0, Atalanta 0, Leverkusen 1, Sparta Prague 0, Bayern 1, Slovan Bratislava 0, Dortmund 2, Shakhtar 0, Brest 0, Real Madrid 1, Dynamo Zagreb 1, AC Milan 0, Girona 1, Arsenal 2, Inter Milan 2, Monaco 0, Juventus 0, Benfica 1. Let me just check there. I wanted to see if Vlahovic is starting. He probably will be, because Kolo Muani, I don't think, is allowed to play at this stage. Yeah, Vlahovic, who was dropped at the weekend. Lille beaten final 2-1. Santiago Jimenez has scored again. Why they put ha-ha at the end? I don't know why they've done that, even though I agree with it. Man City 0, Club Brugge 1. PSV 3, Liverpool 2. Salzburg 0, Atletico 3, Sporting 1, Bologna 0, Sturm Graz 1, Leipzig 0, Stuttgart 0, PSG 3, Young Boys 0, Red Star 0. Is Sesko playing? Sesko isn't playing. He's on the bench, but I think Leipzig are out, so maybe they're rotating him. But I tell you what, some crazy games of football there. Absolute mad. Neto decided to join the Renaissance / Matt Turner school of goalkeeping by doing absolute madness. Runs out of his area, realizes he can't get there, then tries to save the ball with his hand, even though he's outside the area, which would have probably led to a red card. Imagine he tips that wide and gets sent off. What's the point? What is he doing? But crazy. Liverpool are more... Oh, they rotated their team a lot. Stephen Ireland's grandmother, man. What a name. Stephen Ireland want a bad player at Man City. Little City. I really hope City get knocked out. It'll be so funny. But I'm not going to get carried away. I haven't tweeted too much yet about City because anything can happen. Neto is really confused. He don't know what day it is, bro. He don't know where he is. What do you guys make of Marino's performance again? I mean, I'm trying to watch him and see what he's doing. It's almost confusing watching him play football. I don't know what he's good at. I'm watching his game going, what's he really good at here? And I'm trying to figure it out. He keeps the ball. He's tidy on the ball, but doesn't do anything special on the ball, does he? I don't know. Am I being harsh? I don't think I am. 35 million. Kind of expected a bit more. But Arsenal are winning, which is good news. And City are losing, which is very good news. Terrible again, Marino. Forgot he was playing. He just goes under the radar. What's the update on Olmo? I think Olmo was allowed to play, right? I think they registered him. So I don't think they need to sell him. He-Man, bro, wish me some luck. Got, what's he got? Fritz, Barcola, Ethan, and Elise to score. Waiting on Elise. Over 350 coming my way. Wow. Oh, Wirtz, Barcola, Ethan, Elise. Is he starting, right? I would imagine he usually starts with them, don't he? Slovan Bratislava as well, man. Oh, he's not start. Oh, he is starting. They're playing him in the 10 role as well. Tel starting. That's interesting. Talking about Tel leaving. And then they give him a start tonight. Maybe they're trying to convince him to stay. He's playing left wing. So that's interesting. JP said, got caught, almost led to a goal. Slow in possession, slow out of possession. Doesn't seem enough. I'm trying to be fair with Marino, but I can't see it. I don't know what it is with him. I don't see it. I don't see it. Just briefly on the transfer news, people, for anyone who's just tuned into the show late. Ornstein has dropped the bomb that Duran has agreed to go to Al Nassr in Saudi, and that will effectively end any possibility of Arsenal getting Ollie Watkins. As I said, on one hand, it's a shame to see a very talented player go to Saudi at such an age in his career, but he's going to get the bag, man. You know, you can't. He's 21 years of age. He can easily come back to Europe at 23. David Ornstein said, exclusive. This was about an hour ago. John Duran set for a medical in London on Thursday before a proposed move from Aston Villa to Al Nassr. 77 million euros. Plus add-ons agreed in principle. 5.5-year contract in place. Arsenal made the approach for Ollie Watkins on Monday. It was quickly rebuffed, people. So I think that ends any hope of Ollie Watkins joining Arsenal. Duran is going to Saudi, and there won't be any opportunity really for Watkins to go. What I'm now looking at is, as I said earlier, people, the good thing is, we know Arsenal have got 60 million quid, at least, because apparently they were going to go in with a second bid. So they've got to go and buy somebody else. Go and pay the Osimhen release clause. Go and get somebody else, is what I will say. So, interesting. Jury and Timber on at half-time. Thomas Partey is off. It's a bit of a shame Timber hasn't got a rest. Partey looked out of sorts at right back. It doesn't work. He's not a right back. Second half underway, people. Apparently John Stones just missed a sitter. Rashford on deadline day, I'm telling you. We've seen it before. There's no excuse. You've played your hand in poker. We know you've got 60 million at least. But we know we're not going to get Ollie Watkins. I need to end that poll. Surely it's not on 50-50. If it is, it must have gone wrong. It's still on 50-50. I'm going to end it. 5,300 votes, people, for the poll. Yet, we're only on 2,000 likes. You're doing me dirty here, people. In fact, we're not even on 2,000 likes. We're on 1.9k. Get the likes up, people. Subscribe. We're 40 subscribers away from 89k. Let's get there. Here's Ethan Nwaneri, right-hand side of the area. I'd like to see Arsenal get a third goal here and maybe give a slight break to a few people. Oh, shot there. Just tipped wide. It was looping. Did he save that? I think he did save that. And it goes wide. Oh, it was deflected. It would have been an own goal. Oh, it's 2.2k now. Big up. Community moving proper, you know. It was almost an own goal. Corner to Arsenal. Trossard to take it. Da Vinci said Champions League final back in the day. Would you have Neto or, yeah, the A word? I mean, let's go Neto. Anyone but him. Oh, it said 50% no, 49% yes. Where does that 1% go, you know? Corner whipped in. It's high back post. Volleyed over the crossbar. Tight angle there. And it goes out for a goal kick. My apologies, people, but I'm going to have to keep turning over to this Man City game. I'm so intrigued to see what is happening with Man City on the other channel. But we'll continue on the Arsenal game. Partey comes off. Hopefully that's not an injury, by the way. because we don't need anyone else injured. Cope said, great watch tonight. Big up yourself, Curtis, and as always, the C-Unit community. Good night, y'all. Big up everyone locked in, man. 5,000 of you legends tuned in. Big up the Twitch gang as well. People always say, you don't mention us on Twitch. 25 of you on Twitch, man. Big up the whole C-Unit. Big up yourselves. Can Arsenal get a couple more goals second half? Joba said, like the video or you're a Spurs fan. And no one wants to be a Spurs fan, people. Let's be honest. That is just pure punishment. You know? Nobody wants that. So hit the likes, people. Are you watching the Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm only there for one reason, mate. That's the Kendrick half-time shot. C-Unit community is goated. Come on, bro. Standard. Corner to Arsenal. Can we get a third goal? Yamal has scored for Barcelona 1-0. Liked it immediately, said Rolls Royce. In swinger. Whipped in. It's high. Goalkeeper comes in. Misses it. Oh, how have we not scored? It was up in the air. Arsenal appealing for a penalty. The goalkeeper's wiped someone out for us there. Will we get a VAR check here for a penalty? He's talking. Who is that on the floor? I don't know how that didn't go in. Show us the... Timber's just come on. He's got whacked in the face. Ball whipped in. Great ball. Goalkeeper misses it. Timber a yard out. Hits him in the stomach. Show the rest of the replay then. I want to see if it's a penalty or not. Ball's in the air. He goes back to try and get it. A bit of a clash. Nah, I mean, the keeper gives him a bit of a barge in the face, but you ain't going to get a penalty for that. Barca winning 1-0. Lamine Yamal. What a player. Rafinha assist. But Timber's up. He's fine. He's a machine, isn't he, Timber, man? City must qualify so they can have fixture congestion. Nah, I'm not bothered, mate. They ain't winning the league. If they come second or third, I'm not bothered. If Arsenal finish second, third or fourth, that doesn't change my opinion on the season. It's not enough. Somebody got to do it. If it ain't first, it ain't nothing. As long as we get top four, obviously, so we're in the Champions League again. But you know, that's all I'm looking at, really. Timber's back up and he's down. Is Rafinha that good now, or the league attacks? I think he's improved massively, bro. I can't lie. I think he is very good. Ah, City have equalised. City have equalised, people. Ah, scored early as well, man. Was it Kovacic? Let's have a look. Bruges, man. Go and stop the shot. Stop the shot. How are you letting Kovacic run like that, man? That is an awful goal to concede. They've let him run about 40 yards. Just drill it in the bottom corner. All you got to do is go... Oh, I'm fuming with that. That's an awful goal. Shouldn't have... Yeah, stop the cross, man. City will probably beat them now. Haaland or someone. Yeah, we all know what happens now. They probably win the Champions League now. Ah! Rafinha and Yamal are inspirational for wingers. That is the hope for our wingers. I mean, when we were linked with Rafinha, sometimes even me included, I was like, boy, 60, 70 million for Rafinha. I don't know about that, you know. And now look at him. You'd probably pay massive money for him. Mourinho plays like a substitute teacher. Bro, I don't notice him in the game. He's hardly on the ball. He's slow. He just don't do much. But remember, City are drawing 1-1. That does still knock them out. Sterling, left-hand side. Pass the ball, bro. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much, bro. What are you doing? Man's dancing like it's carnival. Move the damn ball. What's Raza doing here, man? Rizla. Not Sizzler Kalanji, you know. Rizla Sterling, wafer thin. What's this guy doing? He had the ball for about 15 seconds. Pass the damn ball. Doing too much. I'd rather have Mourinho than Marino. Yeah, put Jose in midfield, man. You know what I mean? Respect. 3 times, people. 3 times. That was my Jose impression. Started good in my head, but then it wavered as we went on. But yeah, man, here come Girona anyway, on the attack. You just want to see Arsenal win the game, no injuries, rest a few players and keep it moving from there. I'd like to see maybe Declan Rice not come on. Zagreb 2-0 up against AC Milan. And they were terrible against us last week. Just give up the accents. All right, Al, fair enough. Bruges nearly scored. Oh, Arsenal on the attack. Waneri, footwork. Guy's such a baller, man. Oh, he's such a baller, man. Decision making and everything. Odegaard. Waneri, cross flicked away, goes all the way across. Sterling will keep it in at the back post. I'm just trying to see the Bruges chance. Left foot. Oh, it's straight to the keeper. Should have been a better finish. Is Asprilla related to Faustino? Tino Asprilla. He was some player, man. The cartwheel celebration for Newcastle. Yasser Asprilla. Is he related? Is Yasser related to Tino? Yasser is no relation. No, he isn't. They're from the same country as well, but yeah. Just pure coincidence, people. Tino Asprilla, proper player he was. Ethan's actually exciting to watch. He gets on the ball, he can dribble. Here come Girona. Corner of the penalty area. That's not a foul. Well done. Sterling wins it. Here's Jorginho. Go on, he's on the move. Well, you got Trossard. He's got no support, though. Trossard, just get a shot off. Get a shot off. Far corner. Trossard shot block wins a corner. Wins a corner. Brest have equalised against Real Madrid. There's jokes running in my head, but I'm going to be mature and, you know, not go down that level of immaturity. But yeah, Real Madrid 1-1. Look, straight out. Look, they can't help it. Straight away. Simply, yeah. I've got the City game on. They're all over them. Yeah, let's just get the Arsenal game on anyway. What will be with City, right? Corner to Arsenal, in swinger. Can we get a third goal? Yo, man. Ball whipped in near post, cleared away. Goes out for a throw in 9 minutes into the second half. We've been a little bit better since the first goal. Bro, I don't want Watkins to Linus. We ain't getting him anyway. We ain't getting him. He's staying, bro. Community are crazy. Crazy bunch. Ball whipped in. Goalkeeper collects it. Would you take Ansu Fati? Nah. Good player a few years ago. Hasn't been the same since. Didn't work out on loan at... where did he go? Brighton on loan. He's had too many injuries, man. PSG 4-0. Big up for the community letting me know. Osman Dembele hat-trick. Fair play. Barcola 1. And Osman Dembele hat-trick. Here come Arsenal on the attack again. Shot just wide. Look at the difference in how Ethan Waneri hits the ball. Was that Waneri or was that Trot? Look at the difference how he hits the ball compared to how Odegaard hits the ball. What do you think of this new format? I love it. It's the best thing that's happened to the Champions League in years. Let me get another drink, people. Substitution. Let me top up the drink. Dun, dun, dun. Not enough. You sell it. It's not enough. Somebody got to do it. Triple change for Girona. Yeah. Look at the way Waneri strikes the ball compared to Odegaard. Odegaard kicks that ball, he's breaking his foot. He'll break his foot if he hits that ball. Madrid still 1-0. The Brest were offside. It's just now you're gonna go again, aren't you? Is it actually, or are you running jokes? You're right. It is. Time. Yeah, exactly. They can't help themselves, man. They love the jokes, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, the new Champions League format is incredible. It's incredible, bro. It's way better than the old one. The old one meant you could hide. You can't hide no more, bro. You can't hide. You're gonna play a few big teams. Bro, you know what it is with the chair? I probably sounded like an old man then. I've moved the desk closer to the chair. So I'm having to like climb to get in. I probably sounded like an old man. Yo, Odegaard. All right, say nothing, bro. That free... Oh, he gives the ball away. Odegaard just did a mad 360, but then he gave the ball away. I probably sounded like an old man getting in the chair like... Ugh. I've literally moved the desk so close to me, I can hardly move. Yeah, this chair's had a few jabs. I can't lie. A few jabs from me, man, you know, during the games. I leave it alone now. I'll have to order a new chair soon. It's going off in the Champions League. A lot of goals, man. A lot of goals. Is City 2-1 or you bantering me, people? There's no time for them jokes. Beresford. Oh, no. It's 2-1 Man City. Ah! They're going to win now. You watch, City will end up winning the Champions League now. Ah! Vardiel pulls... Oh, Vardiel scored. Oh, it's an own goal. Ah. I'm fuming with that. Own goal of all ways to get back in the game. Both of them goals are avoidable for Bruges. First goal, you just let Kovacic run through the team. And second one, you've stuck your leg out. 2-0 to Real Madrid, apparently. Jude Bellingham. Yeah, that's why I didn't tweet too much, you know, because I had a feeling they'll come back. It's annoying, that. Is the tag still on, Eros? I took it off, you know, Eros, but I kept it in the drawer. I'm over 28 days now. I'm keeping it. I like it anyway. War Eagle said, what do you mean sound like an old man? Hey, relax yourself, bro. Relax. I'm still, you know, still plenty left in the tank, people. Think Man City going to motorboat through the... Look, Nelly Nelson, man. Relax on herself, brother. Cheer for Curtis moving like an uncle at a wedding. Too much... Bro, I'm telling you. It's mad. I've got no space. I've given myself... Why have I moved the desk so close to me? I don't even know if I did move it this close. I think I was hoovering and moved it. Although saying that, I don't hoover often, so probably I wasn't. Was never sending the jacket back. It's a nice jacket. Apparently there's new merch coming out tomorrow. I'm not even joking. Here's Raheem Sterling. Come on, Raheem. Get something out of this game positive. Hit the bar. Do something. Jorginho into Sterling. The pass is blocked. Yeah, I want Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Definitely. All shot just wide by... Calafiori's got an eye for a goal now, hasn't he? He wants to score goals. Left foot drills it wide. Yeah, I want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl, man. I definitely want the Eagles to win. Just looking at the scores. Yeah, not a lot's changed. Real Madrid v Man City. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Because obviously these teams are all going to have to play off against each other. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to do a Champions League live stream on Friday. Even though it's only for the playoffs and Arsenal won't be in it, we're going to do that because, I mean, looking at some of the teams, you've got Dortmund, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Villa, PSG, Juventus, Man City. We're going to do a draw for that on Friday. Surely there'll be some There'll be some big ties there. Do I do a Super Bowl stream? How late will that game be UK time? 3-2 to Villa. I might do it just to react to Kendrick. Guess who scored for Villa? Ollie Watkins. They're not selling him, man. I'm telling you. There's no chance they're selling him. Absolutely no chance. There's no way Villa are going to let Duran and Watkins go. They're not stupid, man. 4 a.m. finish starts. The game takes ages, don't it? Curtis acting like he does. How occasionally, bro. Occasionally. Occasionally. But not often. Yeah, I might do it, you know, just to react to Kendrick. Because if he does They Not Like Us, it'll be a monumental moment. And as a hip-hop fan, I feel like I need to be there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to be there for that Kendrick diss. I think he'll do Not Like Us. I think he just won't say Drake's name. I think, you know, it'll just be like, because Drake's trying to get it stopped, right? I think he'll just say, where he says, like, say Drake, I hear you like him. I think he just won't say his name, and the crowd will say it. And then he'll say, what? I never even said your name, bro. And the crowd will just say it. If he don't do They Not Like Us, I'll be fuming if I stayed up all night. Girona corner, headed wide. Big up my broski, man. Fran. Yo, you didn't need to do that, bro. Towards a new chair for my brother. Bro, the chair, I feel like the chair has to stay. You know, even though there's probably a few scratches and a few... But yeah, eventually we might need a new one still. Big up yourself, my bro. Make sure you go and follow 10 Trading. Fran is doing big things on YouTube. Big up yourself, my broski. Fran at Xhaka, people. That guy D, there's the link. 10 Trading on YouTube. Go and follow him. How's Kendrick going to rap without swearing? Easy, bro. You just do the radio version, man. You know what I mean? I'm sure he can rap without swearing. That would be epic. I think I've got to do it. I need the Eagles jersey. Oh, I do like the Eagles, you know. You know when I started liking the Eagles? Man said Bitcoin is up. Yo, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Fran said, what? Bitcoin? I'm living good, man. There's 50, bro. I say, yo, I see you, my bro. A Eagles jersey. I wouldn't mind. Do you know what? I don't know. I've never owned an American football jersey. I've never owned one. It might be time. Do you know why I like the Eagles? Because, you know, back in the day, Meek Mill. I was a big fan of Meek Mill back in the day. Not so much now. And all that Diddy stuff. But although, you know, it could be made up nonsense. But I remember when Meek was in prison and they won the Super Bowl. And they were playing his record. And I thought, yo, this is my kind of vibe, you know. And then obviously they showed you the video of Meek watching the video. And from then I always liked the Eagles. I don't know why. And they beat the Rams as well. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. Yeah, Meek's funny now still. I can't lie. That Diddy stuff was wild. That was wild still. Do you listen to Central C? Not much, really. I do like the American football jerseys. I can't lie. I do like them. But Meek's a bit funny now, man, so I don't know. Of course he will do Not Like Us. Bro, don't be so sure. There's court cases trying to stop that, bro. It ain't as simple as that. Fran said, all of my brother turns up consistently, come rain or shine, bringing value. Hey, big up my bro. To be fair, I don't even listen to Meek no more, so maybe not. New York Knicks, New York Yankee. Yeah, maybe it's got to be all New York, right? New York Giants. Is that the football team in New York? Free kick to Arsenal. Odegaard. Ball whipped in. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, it's cleared. It's still up in the air. And they got away with it. Free kick. I've had NBA jerseys, but I never had an American football kit. Penalty to Villa. I want to watch that. Because Ollie Watkins going to take it, isn't he? Where is it? Where is it? TNT 1. I want to see this. Oh my God, it's Austin Trusty of all people giving away the penalties. As soon as I turn over, Austin Trusty's giving away a penalty, man. Oh dear. Ex-Arsenal. Him and Matt Turner, man. What the hell? Dallas Cowboys. I don't really have an American football team as such, you know. I'll be honest. I don't really have one, but I definitely think we got to do the Super Bowl. Okay, let's get you a Dallas Cowboys jersey. They're a good team, innit, back in the day, man. I always used to hear about them. Oh, John McGinn's taking it. Turn it off. I'm not bothered. Not bothered if John McGinn's taking it. I was only watching it to see if Watkins was taking it. Big up Mohammed. He said, this is why I watch this channel. Come on, bro. You know what time it is. Big up the community as always, man. Big up as always. Do you listen to Central C? When I say listen, it's the sense of like, listen and hear is different. I hear him. I don't really listen to him. If you know what I'm saying, people. Oh, Watkins is taking it. McGinn was just holding it, yeah? All right, cool. Let's get it back on. Ollie Watkins. He's probably going to score a hat-trick tonight, and I'll be sitting here going, oh, I wish we'd signed him. Ollie Watkins, penalty. He's missed it. I told you I never rated him. He slipped over. He's done a David Beckham against Turkey. He's hit the ball twice. Slippy Watkins. That's why I don't want him. I told you he's soft, people. Soft. You never see Ivan Toney slip over when he gets penalties, man. You know what I'm saying? Slippy Watkins. Maybe he's done it on purpose. Slips over, kicks it against his own foot. That's why I don't want him. No, I'm being harsh. He is a decent player, but it don't look good, does it? It don't look good. He's probably trying to get him knocked out the Champions League, you know? Lewis Skelly's coming on, apparently, or has he come on already? Oh, Havertz is on as well. Who came off, just so that I'm up to date with what happened? Lewis Skelly for Calafiore. I'm assuming... He's give Sterling a yellow card. He's complaining, saying it's a penalty. Sterling is going crazy. He's going absolutely mad. I thought he was going to beat the referee up. Havertz on for Trossard. Let's check it then. Where's the VAR? Sterling saying it's a penalty. You've given him a yellow. I don't know. Don't... Huh? Yeah, 2-1 City. Somewhat, but people are saying 2-2. Don't do that to me. Not right now, people. Why are people saying it was City almost? No, it's still 2-1. Atalanta equalised against Barca. It's all going off. I'm loving this Champions League format, man. So much excitement. No, it's not 2-2. It's not. I just turned over. Still 2-1 to City, people. It's not 2-2. I wish it was. It's just not happening for Sterling. It really isn't. Nothing he's doing is working. What was I on about before? Central C. I hear him. I don't really listen to him. What I mean by that is like, if I put the radio on sometimes, I mean, they play him all over the radio. I will hear him. I don't go on like Spotify or anything and put Central C on. If I'm being totally honest, I just don't. But you know, I haven't really heard his album. Is Sterling? Oh no, it's not Sterling. Sorry, Timber should have crossed it. Lautaro hat-trick for Inter Milan, people. Lautaro. Corner to Arsenal. Pat Does Fitness said, well, go on, Big C. Question for you. What's your all-time Arsenal Champions League 11? What's your favourite Arsenal team ever in the competition? I mean, bro, they're very detailed answers. I mean, what, are you talking individually? Break down each player? David Seaman in goal, Lauren right back, Ashley Cole, Campbell, Tony Adams. Oh, headed wide by Gabriel. I'd probably have Vieira, Fabregas in midfield. Perez and Alexis Sanchez out wide. Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp up front. Probably. I love Ian Wright as well, but probably go with them too. Big up 8455 for the super sticker. Appreciate that. And Brio said, back at the merch, the drip bean there, red training kit, the black, white, right, French stripes, etc. All drip, but manager doesn't like swag. Oh, Sterling, man. See what I mean? That same shot. Waneri's bending that in the far corner. Sterling, you know, he does the first bit right. Cuts inside. You think, go on, bend it in the corner. Look at that. That's a P-roller, bro. No shot power. I don't understand how top-level footballers can't strike a ball. Attacking players as well, you know. I don't understand it. Sterling, Odegaard, these guys can't kick the ball. Got no power. Havertz is on. He'll be trying to get a goal to boost his confidence here. Bit of pillow foots, people, I'm telling you. Barcelona winning 2-1 apparently. They're through already, right? Who scored the second goal for Barcelona? Another snoozer. I mean, you know, it's at least it's 2-1. We got a little bit of excitement, not loads. Araujo with the goal for Barcelona. They're leading 2-1. You haven't seen the best of me. I mean, he didn't actually say we were going to see the best of him at Arsenal. He just said we haven't seen the best of him. I think we definitely have, mate. Manchester City, Sterling. It's crazy, you know, because I'll be honest. When Arsenal used to play Man City, Raheem Sterling was a player that I was like, yo, you've got to get older Sterling, man. He's going to cause problems. He regularly scored against us. And you look at him now. But as I've said, people, and I've said it before and I've said it again, Raheem Sterling, our City are 3-1 up. They're through. Panic over. City are 3-1 up. They are definitely going to go on and beat Bruges now, and that'll be game over. Savinho with the goal. I like him, you know. I know he hasn't scored many this season, but he's a baller, man. Technically very gifted. Look at Waneri, man, how good he is technically, bro. He's levels. Havertz, just cross the ball, man. You're trying to shoot for. Get up, Marino. Every time Marino, apparently this guy's a dual monster. Every time I see him, he's on the floor. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I went totally off topic there, didn't I? I was going to say something. Raheem Sterling. I've said it before and I've said it again, people. Sterling made his debut at 16. He's nearly 30 years of age. He's been playing in the Premier League for 13 years. His legs have... I won't say his legs have gone in the sense of speed. He still looks quick. He's not the same player. He's played so much football. He's worn out, man. He probably needs to go MLS or Saudi or something. He's not a top-level Premier League player. So, we'll see. We will see, people. Is he 30 now? Well, yeah, he's 14 years, bro. He's done. Is that Donny van der Beek on for Girona? Yeah, his football age is 35 to 37. Ball whipped in, equalizer! Girona have equalised! Poor defending again. The captain has scored. Terrible defending. Cross from the right, back post, and a tap in to make it 2-2. They're all smiles. I'm a little bit disappointed. I expect Arsenal to be winning this game, but defensively, is he offside? Van der Beek gives it. Where's the left back? Oh, it's poor defending, man. It's so easy. Back post. It's a great cross, I can't lie, but good finish. The Kai Havertz effect, yeah. France had put some respect on Sterling's name. What he's achieved is ridiculous. You're right, bro. Everyone has a time where football kind of, the game starts, you know. Oh, offside, no goal. We'll take that. Shameless offside. We're still winning 2-1. Everyone has a period where the game sort of starts to get the better of you, and I think it's that with Sterling now. 2-1, people. The goal disallowed for offside. Did we talk about Watkins yet? Numerous times, bro. We're not getting him. Duran's going Saudi. It's been agreed. Watkins has scored one tonight and missed a penalty, but he won't be an Arsenal player. Andre, big up with a super sticker, bro. And Gorav, appreciate the super chat. And Mohammed said, Snooze Fest is becoming the norm. Arsenal versus Manchester City on Sunday, people. And then Arsenal versus Newcastle in the second leg on next Wednesday, I believe. So some big games coming up. Which hopefully will have more excitement, but it's let's see how it goes. City are still winning 3-1. Somebody just said 3-2. It's not. Can we get another goal? Can we get a bit of excitement? Yellow card for a dive referee for the Girona player there. Celtic were 2-0 down, got back to 2-2, but Villa are winning 3-2. Barcelona winning 2-1. Bayern Munich winning 2-0. Did Elise score? No, Kane scored. Somebody in the chat's waiting on Elise to score to win £350 on their bet. Lautaro hat-trick for Inter Milan. Osman Dembele hat-trick for PSG. They're winning 4-0. Atletico Madrid winning 4-0. 2 goals for Griezmann. Liverpool are losing. What are they losing? 3-2. Jonathan David with another goal. Lille winning 5-1 against Feyenoord now. Jonathan David. Jimenez scored for Feyenoord. Free kick. 11 minutes to go in this one, people. Girona has the population of a Diddy party and we can't beat them. Do you listen to J. Cole? I do. From a pure hip-hop point of view, I was a bit disappointed that J. Cole dropped out of the beef. However, you could argue that when you look at what Kendrick did to Drake, maybe he made the right decision staying away, you know? But he kind of, you know, put a diss track out and then backed out of it and apologized and deleted it. It was like, you know, he tried to get involved and then realized he couldn't win that battle. So, fair enough. Fair enough. This game has not been great. Again, I wouldn't bother watching the highlights. I really wouldn't. Maybe just go and watch the Ethan Waneri goal. J. Cole, say no more, heard enough. He said, nah, not me. I'm out of it. Esteline said, Curtis, I'm a United fan. Why don't you guys sign David? I think we got our aim higher. He's being linked with people like West Ham. No disrespect. Oh, Jonathan David. Has he scored again? He got the 4th. Who got the 5th goal? Not sure if he scored the 5th goal as well. Barca 2-2. Declan Rice coming on. I'm really surprised at that. J. Cole was smart. That would have ended his career. Maybe. Jorginho comes off. Declan Rice comes on. Yeah, Atalanta equalised against Barcelona. And there's no Lookman as well. Lookman is... Lookman's out, injured. Big up everyone locked in. Nearly 5K tuned in, man. Really appreciate the support. Tomorrow, 12:30 p.m, I'll be dropping a pre-recorded video again. What's going on with this light? A pre-recorded video again with Ben Jacobs' transfer video. About half an hour. I'll be recording that in the morning. So that'll be out around 12:30 p.m. UK time. We'll be live about 2:30 p.m. Hopefully we get some news. You know, we want something to happen. We need to know what's going on. Psychologically, I'm already moved on from Ollie Watkins. We're not getting him. Duran going to Saudi stops us from getting Ollie Watkins. So what we now know is that Arsenal have £60 million to spend as a minimum. So I expect to see Arsenal go for someone else. Real Madrid winning 3-0. Rodrigo has got his second of the game. Jude Bellingham with the other one. Cole took an L, but he's still cool. Maybe it was a smart decision. Here's Raheem Sterling. Look, he can't even cross the ball. He can't kick it. Can you kick it? Yes, you can. He can't kick it. What the hell is that? They're on the attack here. Girona. This guy's twisting and turning. Neto gets hold of it. Jeez. I'm telling you now, Razzle. Look at that ball from Marino there, man. Such a bang average footballer, this guy, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what he does. Shot straight at the goalkeeper. Havertz drills it. Danjuma is quick. 6-1 to Lille. They're cooking, man. They are cooking. Get Kieran Tierney on, man. Give him a run out. Stick a 5-iron golf club on Sterling's leg. Bro, how is the guy not able to kick the ball? 3-0 to Bayern. I want Elise to score so the guy earlier in the chat wins. Ah, Kingsley Coman scored. Kingsley Coman. Muller, Kane, and Kingsley Coman. Yeah, Marino, man, I'm sorry, I don't see it. Even in a game like this, he's an average player, man. He is average. That's the first tweet I saw. Marino has the mobility of a tractor. Free kick to Arsenal. 6 minutes to go. Three own goals in the Lille game. That's crazy. Marino, Havertz, Zinchenko, sell. I tweeted that the other day, you know. I would sell Havertz in the summer if we could get a good offer for him. People are, oh, keep him as a squad player. I'm like, upgrade both, man. Get 2 strikers. But they won't sell him, obviously. Would you take Rodrigo and Isak for Saka and Nwaneri? Look, Marino rolling around the floor again. I told you every time. I mean, you put me in a terrible position there because Rodrigo and Isak would be incredible, but then we need a right winger again. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. You've got to add to them. You've got to add to them. Tomiyasu should go as well. Yep, definitely. What was the goal signing Marino? Honest question. No idea. He's a dual-winning monster, apparently, but every time I see him, he's on the floor rolling around. So City will qualify. We was hoping there'd be a few surprises tonight, but unfortunately there hasn't been. I don't know if does that get Villa in the top 8. Villa will get 8th. Wow. Villa at the moment are 8th. Yeah, they're good. They'll qualify in the top 8. It's massive for them. Absolutely huge. As I said, in the playoffs at the moment, Real Madrid, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, PSG, Man City, Juventus, Sporting will definitely do the draw on Friday for that, even though Arsenal are not in it. We will do that. I've always rated offside, said Phil. Yeah, always. Andre, what headphones are you using? iPhone or Android? Oh, Nwaneri's off. What headphones? What have I got? I think I've just got some old school Beats that I use in the gym. That's it, bro. Brio said K. Dissing J. Cole Universal wouldn't approve. Yeah. I hear that. There's a lot of politics in hip-hop, right? Martinelli's on for Ethan Nwaneri. Perunelli is on, people. Second half's been dreadful. It's just been it's a pre-season friendly, this. Look, I told you! Look at this guy! Is that Marino again? The guy wears number 23 because apparently he loves Michael Jordan, bro. Like, what the hell? You should take that 23 off your back. He literally ran over and just got bounced to the floor and goes looking for the free kick. It's madness. Okay, yeah, you're right. You know, are they on the same label? Are they both on Universal? Man said more like Charlie Adams. Bro, Charlie Adams had crazy tech. He was scoring like 30-odd volleys and that, even though he was super slow. Look at Bro. Timber, sorry. That Danjuma's quick, man. I don't know why he brought Declan Rice on, really. I'd have given him a break. 23 is my birthday. It's an embarrassment. Oh, free header! Saved by Neto. Drake and Kendrick both are on UMG for the label and publishing. Oh, there you go, then. There you go. Liverpool only beat Girona 1-0. Bro, I'm happy as long as we win. It's just been a boring game. It's just been a boring game. That's all I'm saying. The other games have been more exciting. What we got left? 2 minutes. Is Gabriel Martinelli 1v1. Cuts inside Martinelli. Oh, you got to start that wider. Bend that in the far corner. It's blocked. Will it go out for a corner? It does. Martinelli there, bro. You got to just bend that into the far corner. Wow, so check this. As it stands, Manchester City will qualify for the Champions League playoffs, but face either Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. I'm confused. I thought there was a Champions League draw. Do we already know who's playing against who based on where you finish? I didn't even know that. I'm hella confused it. So City are going to get Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. Why is that then? City are 22nd. I don't know how. I thought they was all just randomly drawn. So we already know who they're going to play, do we? It's Declan Rice to the byline. Cross is blocked. Well, that's crazy. I thought there was a whole draw and we didn't know who was playing who. City will play either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid if things stay as it is. Is that how it is? So out of the 16, I'm assuming the first will play the last. Second will play second to last. Is that how it's going to work? It's 8th v 24, 7th v 23, and so on. I hear you. So they're 22nd. So they're third from, and then 9th. Yeah. So at the moment, if I'm reading this right, they get Real Madrid. 22nd will play 11th. Madrid and Bayern. Yeah. So it looks like Madrid at the moment. It looks like Madrid. Madrid would knock Man City out the way they're playing. It's like NBA playoff seeding, yeah. Rice whips it in. Goalkeeper tips it over. That's crazy. Don't be harsh on Marino. He still needs to develop. Give him at least 4 years. Yeah, good one. Man City have won full time. Playoff is similar to NBA. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. I do hear it. Can Arsenal get another one? 5 minutes added on. Declan Rice, high corner, back post. It's up in the air. The goalkeeper collects it. Yeah, I don't get that. Like, if we know who's playing who, why is there a draw? What are they drawing? Is Martinelli to the byline? Havertz misses it. Raheem Sterling back post. What are you doing? Oh, that's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. Penalty to Arsenal. Penalty to Arsenal. Sterling wins it. Blatant handball. Who's going to get it this time? I bet they give it Havertz. Blatant handball. Arsenal penalty. Sterling wins it. Again, he's just running into people, but he gets lucky with the deflection. What's he trying to do? He's kneed it. I mean, it's a blatant handball. What? He's trying to run through people. Can he not see the defenders? Who takes this, Odegaard or Havertz? I think they'll give it Havertz. I think they should let Sterling take it. Sterling desperately needs a confidence boost. He really does. But I doubt they'll let him take it. Who's going to take it? It is. Sterling is standing in the penalty area. Red card for Liverpool, apparently. Who would that? Who has been sent off, people? Red card for Liverpool. It is... Oh, young player. Sterling taking the penalty. Come on, Raheem. Score this, man. You've got to do something. If he misses this, honestly, don't even come back with the team on the plane. You're so finished. I actually almost feel sorry for him. Come on, Raheem, man. Gaza missing. Jamaica, brethren. Come on, brother. Get a sympathy penalty at least, man. Did Rice get a yellow card there? What's the point getting a stupid yellow card? Sterling needs this, man. It's Raheem Sterling. 92nd minute of the game. Here he goes. Raheem Sterling. Short run up. He's missed it. The goalkeeper saved it. He's finished. He's done, man. Let him swim home. He's missed the penalty. That sums up Sterling at Arsenal. Oh, my days. He's actually gone and missed it. They've given him a sympathy penalty, and he's missed it. Keeper's left, opens up his body. Keeper tips it wide. It's a good save. It's been a shambles. The best is yet to come. Oh, my days. It can't get much worse, brother. It can't get much worse, Raheem. That guy, man. Just drop him off somewhere on the way back. No point him coming back. Arsenal on the attack. 4 against 3. Get it in the box. Marino shoots. Deflection goes wide. What kind of shot is that? Look at Martinelli going mad at Marino. He's like, why are you trying to shoot? The defender's a yard in front of you. Raheem Sterling misses the penalty. Morgan Rogers hat-trick. Wow. What a player. 4-2 to Villa. He is some player, man. He is a serious, serious player. Champions League hat-trick. Ollie Watkins assist. Sterling still has his Chelsea boots on. Bro, he's got Timberland boots on. Sterling, Martinelli whips it in. Damn, look at that challenge, bro. Lewis Skelly clatters him. Come on, Razza, just pass the ball, man. Don't do it. Who's that? Let's get one more goal. Come on. Lewis Skelly fouled. Came back for revenge there because he got clattered. Lewis Skelly clattered him. Guy ran back and took him out. I'm just going to pretend Sterling didn't happen. Somebody... Bro, it's like Willian. When Willian came to Arsenal and then left, I just said, pretend it never happened. We never got to see him inside the stadium anyway. Just pretend it didn't happen. We got to do the same with Raheem Sterling. Free kick. They're running to the corner. Jeez, that's shameless, man. Havertz gets clattered. Why are we running to the corner, man? Full-time whistle goes, people. Full-time whistle goes. 2-1 win. And the group, the league, is done. It is finished. Let's wait for these full-time scores. We can't even send Sterling back, but I would send him back and still pay his wages. Because if we try and send him back, they'll go, well, there's a contract. You've got to keep him to the end of the season. I'll say, listen, we'll continue to pay for him, but just take him back. We don't want him. There's no point in being here. I said 2-0 or 2-1, but I did mention 2-1, so I'll lean on that. You know, I'll lean on that, people. Full times are coming in now. We're just trying to see. No, Arsenal aren't top of the Champions League group. That was already Liverpool, regardless of their result. We're third. Liverpool top, 21 points. Barcelona second. Arsenal third. We're level on points with Barcelona, but they got better goal difference. Inter Milan fourth. Atletico Madrid fifth. Bayer Leverkusen 6th. Lille 7th. Aston Villa in 8th. Imagine at the start of this Champions League saying that that was going to be the top 8. Aston Villa, Lille, you know. Put him in the reserves or in the women's team. Bro, he probably wouldn't get in. Sterling looks like a broken man when it comes to football. He needs to come out of the limelight now and just chill. He's not that guy anymore, man. He really isn't. He's worse than I thought. I thought he still had something left. But he's... Can we sublet Sterling? You know when you're renting a flat off the council and you just rent it out to your friend and just say, oh, just pay me the rent cash in hand, man. You're not legally able to live there, but we can just do a thing. Sterling and Marino, you're right. Awful. Neto, Sterling, Marino. They all came to us in the summer. I mean, Sterling's giving his shirt to the fans. That's the least he can do. He should pay for all their flights back home as well. Pay for all them flights back home. Let's see where we finish in the group. Marino's a horrible signing as well, man. Horrible signing. He's so slow, ineffective. A dual monster, they said. He spent most of his time rolling around on the floor. And Sterling, I mean, oh my days. Let Sterling make his own way home. While he's in the shower, jump on the coach. And Marino as well. Leave them in Spain. Leave them over there. It looks like it first hit Sterling's hand. And mate, man still missed the penalty, did he? You know what I mean, Mohamed? Maybe should have slapped it in. Matthew, absolute snooze fest. Sterling stinks. Forget Kai even came on. Highlight of the match was the PA announcer. Lovely voice. I didn't even hear it because my volume's low. Highlight of the game is Ethan Nwaneri's goal. It's Ethan Nwaneri's goal, you know. We are so focused on control. Even in a game that's got relatively no pressure on it, where you think, go on, let the shackles off a little bit and play. We're still boring to watch. David said he needs to at least have the honour to cancel his contract like Willian. You're right. Raheem Sterling should walk in the office tomorrow and say, I want to end my loan. And they say, what? You can't do that. And you say, no, I'm going back to Chelsea. Yeah, but they don't want you. Yeah, but I just need to get away from here. You lot pay my wages and send him back. But it isn't going to happen. He'll be here until the end of the season. At least we're not going to sign the guy. He's made sure of that. Big up Mohammed, man. He's gifted 20 memberships to the community. Legend. Welcome to the C-Unit community as members, the 20 new members. Make sure in your settings you have gifted memberships on so you can accept any gifted memberships that are handed out. Big up to Mohammed, absolute legend. Have we hit 89k, people? If not, what are we doing it? We need 23 more subscribers to hit 89k. Let's get that before we leave tonight, people. I'm not leaving here without 89k subscribers. 24 of you, subscribe to the channel now, and let's get there. And we'll wait for these full times and round up, people. We're at just under 3,000 likes as well now. There's over 5,000 of you in here. So let's get 3.5. That fraud Oliver was reffing the Barca game, says Mohammed. Yeah, man, I mean, I don't think he'll referee an Arsenal game for a while, to be honest. I think they'll keep him away. So I wouldn't expect to see him reffing an Arsenal game anytime soon. If you don't leave without 98, I wish it was 98k. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, let's get 89k, people. We're in subscriber-only mode. We are. But big up, man. Great numbers for a game that I thought was going to be... Listen, the game wasn't great. We've won 2-1. Jorginho scores a penalty. Nwaneri scores an excellent goal. Raheem Sterling misses a penalty. But at least no injuries. Won the game. We keep it moving from this point, you know. Don't know how Curtis doesn't have over 100k yet. We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. Quality community is the most important thing. We need 100k this year. We need it. We need to get that by the end of the season. You know, we got to get that. It's funny. If you look at the 3 worst players for Arsenal tonight are the 3 players that three of the players that we signed in the summer. Neto, disaster class in goal for the first goal. You've got Marino, who looks like he can't run. And you've got Raheem Sterling, who just runs into people and can't kick the ball. Raheem Sterling is far worse than I thought he was. I thought at Chelsea, it's Chelsea, you know, he's still got to be a player there. He looks a broken footballer to me. I heard Jamie Carragher say, leave football before football leaves you. Sterling looks like football's left him. He looks like it's broke up with him and said, listen, that's enough, mate. You know, you've had a great career on your bike. It's painful to watch that decline. It really is. But, you know, what do you do with him at this point now? Nwaneri's got to be the right winger now. While Saka's out, Nwaneri is the right winger for Arsenal. He's proved it already. Trossard and Martinelli on the left. And then obviously, hopefully, we go into the market and get somebody in. We do need to strengthen this squad 100%. As I said, for anybody just tuned in, Ollie Watkins' offer was rejected. John Duran has now agreed. Aston Villa have agreed a fee with Al Nassr to sell John Duran 77 million euros. So that all but ends any possibility of getting in Ollie Watkins. Guna said, what's the crack with Don Robbie doing work with Goldbridge? They're doing a show, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know. I thought there was tension there between those two, but maybe they've sorted it out. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, people. I don't know the details. I don't understand. I'm confused as to why there's a Champions League draw if we already know. Let's have a look. I need to figure this out. When is the Champions League draw? By the end of tonight's matches, the teams that finish in the top 8 go through automatically to the last 16. Crucially, the clubs will be joined by the next 9th to 24th. When is the draw? The draw will take place on January the 31st at 11 a.m. How does the draw work? Draw gets on it. Teams that finish between 9th and 16th in the league standings will be seeded for the playoff draw. They will then be drawn against an unseeded team that finished between 17th and 24th in the table. The seeded team will, in principle, hold the slight advantage of playing the second leg at home. Teams will also be paired together in the draw, meaning the teams who finish 9th and 10th will be drawn against 23rd and 24th. The teams who finished 11th and 2nd will be drawn against either 21st or 22nd. So I think you can play against two teams potentially. So they've made that so complicated. I thought it was what you said, like 11th plays 22nd and it's clear cut. But I don't think it actually is. I think you can play one of two teams. So just for example, that just said the team that finishes 22nd or 21st will play either the team that finishes 11th or 12th. Now, 11th and 12th is Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, which means Manchester City are playing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, and there will be a little mini draw. That's what's going to happen. There'll be a little, there's loads of like little mini draws, 4-team draws. So 21st and 22nd is Celtic and Manchester City. They will go into the pot with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. So City will play Madrid or Bayern and Celtic will play the other team. So Manchester City are going to play Real Madrid or Bayern Munich in the playoffs, which is fantastic. We're getting at least one big team out of it. So there's the kind of explanation of how that's going to work, people. So then Juventus are in 19th and 20th. They will play 13th or 14th. So yeah, we're going to do the Champions League draw anyway. Big up David Gines, who said, your streams get me through my week. C-Unit, big up the community as well. Big up yourself, bro. Big up Marcel, who said, well played, Curtis. We cruised the league phase. Fair play. Liverpool, top of the Prem, top of the Champions League. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's two legs as well. So, it's gonna stress out a lot of these teams. Man City will be thinking, wow, I hope Man City get Real Madrid, to be honest. Give them the toughest one possible. This Champions League is wide open. At the moment, we don't look good enough to win it, but we're in the mix. And obviously, if we get Saka back later on in the season, if we can get one or two quality players before this transfer window closes, we'll obviously talk about transfers tomorrow, but it isn't going to be Ollie Watkins, I don't think. Jerome said, big up Big C in the community. Really need an investigation of Arsenal getting these wash players from Chelsea. I think we owe them money, bro. I'm telling you. And Joba said, our summer window was a 2 out of 10. The 2 is for Calafiori. The rest are non-applicable. We'd be no worse than we are right now without them. I agree. Calafiori looks the only decent thing that we did in the window in terms of players coming in. Marino is horrible. Raheem Sterling is washed. Neto is washed. Calafiori looks the only half decent one out of the 3. Let's just finish having a look at the Champions League table, and then we will round up people. Great support. Liverpool win the Champions League group or table league. Sorry, what is going on here? What the hell's going on here, people? We need the table. Right, there we go. Lewandowski, top scorer, 9 goals. Jonathan David got 8. Garassi got 9. Crazy. Garassi was available for like 18 million. Liverpool 7 wins, 1 defeat, 17 scored, 5 conceded. That was tonight. A lot of them because they rotated. Barcelona 2nd. Arsenal in 3rd. 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. The defeat was a 1-0 against Inter Milan. We could have actually finished unbeaten, really. We only conceded 3 goals in 8 games. So fair play. The Arsenal defence is really defending well. Arsenal's potential opponents for the round of 16, AC Milan, Feyenoord, Juventus and PSV. Is that how it works? I genuinely have no idea how this draw works. Milan, PSV, Feyenoord, Juventus. I mean, you've got to take that. There's pedigree there. You know, AC Milan have a great history and Juventus, but I think we could beat those teams. Feyenoord and PSV, you'd want to get one of those. And we definitely beat them, in my opinion. So we've got to get somebody in. I'm hoping that by time we go into that knockout stage, you're seeing a totally different Arsenal. You know, we got players back, and we've signed a couple. And then we build from there. So I'd take PSV or Feyenoord, definitely. So yeah, listen, very interesting. Good night for Arsenal in the end. We got the win. Manchester City didn't get knocked out, but it is what it is, people. People, I want to say a big thank you for tuning in. As I said, tomorrow, 12:30, video will drop. Transfer video with Ben Jacobs. Try and get some transfer information again. And in terms of tomorrow, we'll be streaming around 2:30. We'll review the game, press conference reaction, and see what's happening with the transfers. Moyes said Milan, PSV, Feyenoord, Juventus, potential opponents, easy money. Nothing's easy with Arsenal, bro. We could still struggle against Milan and Juventus, but it's a lot better than what, for example, Man City are going to have. Did we hit 89k? We need 1 subscriber. 88,999. 1 subscriber before we leave. Callum said, bless, bro. The birthday curse didn't come my way this year. Happy birthday to Callum Plays on your birthday. Arsenal didn't mash up your birthday this year, you know, so enjoy yourself. Although I always say don't let Arsenal dictate your mood on your birthday. We've hit 89k. Big up to the community. Another milestone. And yeah, man, big up to everyone locked in. Appreciate your support today. And as always, 89,000 subs. And tomorrow, 12:30, pre-recorded video, 2:30 for the live stream. Arsenal finish 3rd in the Champions League group. They win 2-1 tonight. Some good performances, some not so good performances. But now all eyes turn to Manchester City game on Sunday. Will Arsenal sign a player between now and Sunday? Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care. 89K. Big up yourselves. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.